everybody, and welcome to the Monday Sound Stream, where we are doing all kinds of news, some little fun extra stuff, and a big thing. If you would hit the like button if you're watching the stream, it tells us you're here, it tells us you're watching, and it helps us get our stream out to more people to join in the party. So, of course, I am Soundout. We are here, of course, on our live stream. We've got blinking icon number 1, Ryan Darkclaw643.
The best place to be is here, and the best time to be is now, and all I can say is, let's rock!
Yeah! And we also got Fighter Cows over here, chilling out and tweeting lies. He tweeted a lie today.
Tweeting lies. Exactly. What's the lie? Figure it out.
Yeah.
Let's all remember that we salute the two great ones in this party.
Exactly. On that note, to thank everybody for the channel's growth and continued expansion, I'm going to gift 5 memberships.
We're almost at 22K?
Yes.
Oh, wow, I forgot. Yeah, it's the beginning of a new month. Right.
It's the beginning of a new month, and we're almost at 22,000 subscribers, which is incredible. So thank you very much, everybody, and welcome anybody that's new. We've gotten a lot of subscribers recently because of a couple videos featuring X-Men and Transformers. That's pretty great. And I'm going to gift 5 memberships to join our already cool roster of people. So here we go.
Alright, so we got Jeremy Carr, Jamie's World. Oh wait, no, we got Jeremy Carr, Sentai Ranger Donnie, Sky Z Simity, ARG, I can never pronounce her name, and Ender Guillemaro. There you go.
And welcome to the thing. And I also have a bonus because we are about to hit 22,000 subscribers in the next couple days. Here's 5 more.
Oh my god! We got Brandon Oberland, Swift the Crow, Dr. Grid, Doorman, and Ray Velkman.
Welcome. So,
okay.
More channel members have joined. If you guys want to join as a channel member yourself, there's perks like early access to videos. You get access to member-exclusive live streams, which usually happen second or third week of the month. And there's also shout-outs. So if you want to continue, like MJ Klein said at noon 9 this morning, went for the $2.99 tier. Yeah, there's 3 different tiers down there. Pick what gets you what you want to get. If you want to gift memberships, that'll help you support the channel and also help somebody else get the cool perks. So by all means, hit the button down below and find out.
I mean, Sam, what else is this month? This very special month.
What is this month? Oh, it is. I was trying to figure out the transition point there. It is Pride Month, so to celebrate Pride Month, we're going to highlight some characters from comic books that are of the LGBTQIA+ community. And we're going to do that every week, and we're going to talk about a set of characters each week. So while I prep that, Ryan, why don't you run down everybody that's in our text chat?
Go ahead, Brian.
Welcome, Master Ben, Zelchuk, Jamie's World, Scotty Z Semity, MG Klein, OK Leeson, Soulman, Shiver Jason, Psycho Woes, Lord Jaffery, Jeremy Carr, Sentai Ranger Donnie, Ghost Trains, Logi Blaster, Ray. That should be everyone for now.
If we missed you, just raise your hand and say hi.
I was making sure. I was making sure I didn't read the gift information. So
yeah. You're welcome, Sentai Ranger Dami, for the gift. I like building the community that way, and thanks to YouTube for giving me that option to do so.
While Sam gets his thing ready, let's all remember, speak of community, if you join, here is a special PSA for safety for everybody. If you're part of our Discord protocol, if you see any strange people like tweeting that's not PG-13 up, please report to me, Soundout, or Fire Cows in Discord if you see anything that's not safe for minors. Because while we're not sure if we have any minors on our server, it's best to assume than not, because we got some almost dangerous stuff in the server recently. So we here want a safe community, because a safe community especially. So if you see anything,
go ahead.
Yeah, so you see anything, please report to any of the three of us, or any of the mods, like Hellfire Wheels. Just report to them saying, hey, this dude seems suspicious, and then, yeah, report back to us and we will discuss in our mod stuff. So, yes, that is, we want a safety community here.
Absolutely.
In short, if it's not, in Soundout server, if it's not safe for work, it's not safe for the server.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamie's World's asking, how do I join the Discord? You can join in the link below. If you guys want to come join our community, there's a link in the description. So go check the description for that. And yes, Psycho-O's did want to remind me, because I did want to mention this out. The actress who played Yellow Racer in Geki Sentai Car Ranger passed away recently, and it was very sad. And so he's saying put spanners in the chat, because Yellow Racer was a mechanic for cars, and so it made me very sad to hear that news, because she had just been in Dawn Brothers, and
she was battling cancer, right?
Yes, battling cancer.
I heard, yeah.
And
how old was she?
46.
Dang, that's young.
Yeah, so it was quite a shock. So, anyways, we say our best to her family and all of her fans, because it was unexpected for sure, and it was sad.
Sure.
All right, so moving from that into our celebration of the month of June, we're going to highlight 6 comic book superheroes, or not always heroes, but 6 comic characters. I will do this every week. We're going to do 6 characters. I picked them. It's not going to be a complete list. It's just kind of favorites I picked, just off of the top of my head, and characters I liked. And I thought I'd just talk about each of them for a little bit, just to highlight some of the characters and who they are as characters in comic books. So let's start off with Batwoman, Kate Kane, who debuted in the mid-2000s during the 52 event. She is Bruce Wayne's cousin, and she became Batwoman because she was inspired by Batman after her life, she felt, had hit rock bottom after getting kicked out of West Point Academy for being a lesbian, which wasn't allowed. And her tenacity and her problem-solving kept her on her feet, and she saw Batman as an inspiration, found out it was her cousin later, which I think is kind of a fun story beat. And what I always like about the character is that she's very fierce and outgoing, and in some ways a little bit edgier than Bruce is. She will take the hard choice if she feels it has to be done, in a way where Bruce won't. Bruce will back away from some decisions, but Kate will go forward with them. Kind of that soldier instinct she has.
Especially with her strained relationship with her father.
Yes, her very strained relationship with her father.
She is pretty much
her poor relationship with her sister too.
She is pretty much the strict mom of the Bat family.
Mm-hmm. She's simultaneously the strict mom and also the fun aunt, depending on what mood you get her in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kate is Kate. Kate always reminds you of Carol. Those kind of same kind of characteristics of. She's, when you get on her nice side, she's a great loving person. But if you piss her off, you say goodbye.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. MJ Klein says, wasn't that also in the Batwoman TV series? Yes, they did a good job, I thought, the first season adapting Kate's origin and character. So it was pretty cool. And as Ghost Train said, she has a really cool costume. Yeah, the whole Batman Beyond sort of vibe.
Yeah, her costume is pretty cool.
Yeah. Remember the wig is fake. The hair is fake.
I mean, because that's my favorite color scheme ever. The way they worked it for pretty good. Like Batman Beyond.
I always love when they color her with the white makeup to do the pale face, because the contrast is really cool.
No, it's all I can think of whenever I see that is the moment in Batman Returns where you see Bruce take out the cowl and his mascara just magically disappears.
Yeah. Oh, Master Ben says, sound out any Star Wars plans of the Acolyte dropping. I will talk about the Acolyte next week after it airs, because I'm very excited about it, just on the live stream. But I'm not going to do any videos on it, just because I don't know how to make Star Wars videos that separate me from anybody else doing Star Wars videos, and that's kind of where I'm at with that. But any final thoughts on Kate before we move to our next pick? All right, cool. Let's move on.
She's a great character. Really, how is she in Outsiders? I have yet to read the Outsiders book, but how is she in the newest Outsiders series?
She's really. I think they've done a good job of keeping her characteristics and putting her in situations where she has to kind of confront the legacy of her family, both her direct family as well as her connection to Bruce, which I think is really fun. All right, next up is Green Lantern Joe Mullion, recent Green Lantern. If you want to read this character, there is an excellent series called Far Sector. It is a mature title, so it's 17 plus. But it is a really
That's a
cool
graphic novel. I forget. Is that a graphic novel?
It's not a it was a 12-issue series, but it's been collected in a single volume, so it works like a graphic novel. Really great comic. Murder mystery, detective mystery. What I like about Joe is that she's not kind of your typical Green Lantern. She was chosen by the Guardians specifically for the mission of investigating what's happening on that planet, and then she kind of became more integrated into the main Green Lantern stuff when she came back, and the central power battery for the Green Lanterns had been destroyed, but her ring still worked because it was created separately to be in this different place. But her connections to the people on the planet that her main storyline takes place on, they have drugs to suppress or enhance their emotions. Hey, Common Jojo. And it was really interesting to see her have kind of like the Earthling approach to it. And her powers are just really cool, and her look's amazing. And they're starting to do more stuff with her again in the recent Green Lantern books, which is really exciting. Because I think that it's really nice to have somebody with a different perspective coming into the Green Lantern fold.
Is she in the War Journal? Because I don't think she appears in Hal's main book, right?
Yeah,
right
she's
now?
not in Hal's main book. She popped up in War Journal, and she's been popping up in crossovers. She was in the prior Green Lantern comic to before the Dawn of DC one. She was a main character in that, which is kind of her let's bring her into the main fold kind of storyline.
I feel that 'cause I haven't read anything of her yet, so I'm very unfamiliar with the characters. I know most of the Green Lantern, but I still need to get onto reading her stuff.
Yeah, she's the newest Earth Green Lantern, and I'm sitting here like, why do we not have a toy of her yet, right? Because that design is great. Cash, you got any thoughts on Joe here?
You already mentioned her design. I don't know nothing about her story.
Yeah.
Other than what you said.
See, that's what I also wanted to do, was to highlight some characters people may not be.
But she's cool looking. I like that outfit a lot. I like the cape there. Like was it like
love the
Kamiya?
Love the Kamiya like shades she has.
Yeah. Hellfire. I think we're up to 7 Earth Green Lanterns, depending on how many are alive.
What's the joke in Young Justice? Like, Hulk, I'm upset to have so many Green Lanterns. Well, you see, it's just a special case.
Yeah. Yes, Omander, you were gifted a sub. I gifted subs at the beginning of the stream. Can she make a propeller? I think she can. I think anybody could. They're Green Lanterns. If you can think it, you can do it, right?
Yeah, it's will. Yeah, you just will it.
All right, next character, Dreamer. Dreamer was a really cool story because Dreamer was introduced in the Supergirl TV series, and Nicole Maines, who played Dreamer, went on to start writing the character in comics. She's been kind of shepherding Dreamer's introduction to the DC Universe, co-writing the issues she appeared in Superman, John Kent, and then also writing the current Suicide Squad series where Dreamer is the main character. And also she did a young adult graphic novel to do Dreamer's backstory. And yeah, she was in Fortnite, as Dr. Grid mentioned. I think this character is fantastic.
One of the few DC skins in that game.
Yeah, one of the few DC skins. Her powers are based on the dream world and the astral plane, meaning she can control like kinetic energy and sort of create constructs in a way. She can also like see things. She can see the future in her dreams to try to prevent it or to try to make it happen. And she started doing dream walking, where she can like. There was a thing that the Suicide Squad was chasing her, and she was teleporting through people's dreams and like going between their minds through the dreamscape, which I think is really, really cool. Yes, Muteki, she could make a helicopter. If she can dream it, she can do it. So I think the character's really interesting too. And what's also no, Master Ben, she was in Supergirl, not Legends of Tomorrow. So what's also interesting about the character is that she is an adaptation of Dream Girl from the Legion of Superheroes, and they've worked it in that Nia Null is an ancestor to the Dream Girl of Legion of Superheroes, which I think is really cool. And I think also really smart thing they did with the character is she is a trans character, and they worked that into her storyline because the powers in her family pass down from mother to daughter. And so there's a lot of tension between her and her sister because her sister feels like she should have gotten the powers. And I think gives it an interesting backstory where she had supportive parents, but she also has this tension with her sister that hasn't been quite resolved.
What books is she in that you can recommend that tells her story? Because I'm always interested in this character, just never know. Oh, Jamie Moore, get the 5 subs!
Thank you, Jamie's World, for gifting 5 subs.
Welcome, Common Jojo, Mafiosaur, Marvel fan, K Breezy, and Princeton Phalanx 59.
Phalanx 59. Welcome. Thank you, Jamie's World, for those gifted memberships, and welcome our new members. Really appreciate that. Helps the channel immensely, so thank you, Jamie's World. So for recommendations for Dreamer, she hasn't had like an ongoing series, but I do recommend Suicide Squad Dream Team, because essentially she kind of gets roped into being on the Suicide Squad by Amanda Waller. It's interesting to see the dynamic of her in the Suicide Squad and Waller. But if you want to get a baseline on the character, Bad Dream, a Dreamer Story is the young adult graphic novel that tells her origin story and gets her kind of catches you up on her story. Some of it's similar to the Supergirl TV show story, but some of it's different as well. So it's pretty cool.
I might get the Suicide Squad trade. I skipped that.
It's only a 4-issue miniseries. I would wait for the trade too.
Yeah, I just didn't know she was in it because WB is maybe fully just at the Suicide Squad now.
Because the thing was, when they were like, "Oh, it's a new Suicide Squad comic," I was like, "I'll pass." And they're like, "Nicole Maines is writing it, and Dreamer's the main character." I'm like, "All right, I'm there. Let's go." Yeah. So that is Dreamer. Any final thoughts on Dreamer?
I'm very interested to check her out.
Who did that art though? That art's great.
Jen Bartel, who's been doing a lot of the She-Hulk covers that are amazing too.
Oh yeah, I recognize her style. But I've always been interested to check out Dream. I never check out the CW shows, but like I always been interested in the character, so I might definitely get that graphic novel alongside Galaxy was the other graphic novel they released.
Galaxy's the other one. We'll talk about Galaxy next week. But Galaxy and Dreamer, they're a good pairing of graphic novels because they actually Galaxy appears in the Dreamer book. So
and they're unlike say the other DC graphic novels, they definitely feel more like main canon stuff than like just like Elseworld young adult novel stuff.
Right, like you can totally read them separate from the main canon DC, but they like when Galaxy showed up in Hawkgirl, it had all the backstory from her young adult graphic novel as like part of it.
And as you said, like the Dreamer novel, like it's pretty much that just tells her backstory, so it's nice like catch up.
Yep.
To her, so yeah, definitely interested in checking that out.
All right, next up we have Natasha Irons, who is Steel. She is the niece of John Henry Irons, the original Steel.
Timely! How timely!
My Adventures of Superman this past weekend had John Henry Irons in it, and I was so excited as soon as I heard his name.
I think it's implied that Flip is Natasha. That's at least what I got from it.
I was trying to figure that out because I think it's like because he mentioned Natasha.
Yeah,
but I think Flip was just there.
Yeah, I did. That's the thing. I couldn't figure out. Was Flip just at John's house, or is Flip Natasha? I couldn't figure out there.
I think Flip was just at John's house.
Yeah, we just had to see, but yeah.
But anyways, John's niece Natasha, she became Steel. Is 2000s as well. I think it was around the 52 era, if I'm trying to remember my timelines correctly. But she's great. John has, as a character, as Steel, embodies the human heart trait of Superman. He is the, I want to be like Superman, but I could never replace him. I'm just going to do my part to help Superman is kind of how John got his start. And he has kind of like a little bit of edge because of how things went with Amertech and such. But Natasha kind of comes at it at a different point because she's inspired by her uncle. She's like, oh, I want to be Steel because he's Steel. Not so much as inspired by Superman in the way he is. And she has a little bit of a rougher side to her, which I think is really fun. But I like her personality, and every time she shows up, I'm excited because she just adds to any story she's a part of. And I think that makes it super fun to have. And also having both Steels. They don't replace each other. They work together.
They share the title. They share the title like Sam. They share the title like Sam and Steve or Laura and Logan and stuff like that, which I love.
And so I really like having two Steels, and it's nice because like Natasha can go be part of like the Titans, whereas like John could be as part of the Superman family stuff. And so I think it's really fun.
I already love John Henry as a character already, so Natasha just adds more to him and her. It's just great stuff.
I mean, what's better than one Steel but two Steels, right?
Yep.
Right, Kels?
If you're curious,
yeah.
If you
I mean, I like Steel a lot.
Mhm.
If you guys curious, recent, I think it just came out a few month ago. But there was a recent Steel miniseries written by Michael Dorn, the voice actor of Steel and Superman the anime series, just part of Donna DC, and that got released in trade
Yeah,
recently.
Steelworks. It was great, and Natasha was a big part of that too.
Mm-hmm.
So it
So
was
if
definitely good.
so you want to check out her, feel free to read that.
All right, and then next up, let's switch to a messier character. You know, we need a little bit of a disaster here. It's Dakin, also known as Akihiro. He is the son of Wolverine, who Wolverine thought was dead, which was all a big plot by a supervillain to turn them against each other eventually. He's got a lot of the Wolverine qualities of how basically, like, Wolverine's always like the gruff loner type, and Akihiro kind of grew up without a father or family, and so he becomes the gruff loner type even more so. Like, he borderlines on villain sometimes.
He was part of the Dark Avengers as their
Yes.
Wolverine, right?
Yeah, he was the Wolverine on the Dark Avengers. I love the Dark Wolverine storyline, where it's his solo book, and it's like constantly him trying to undermine the Dark Avengers and take it apart from the inside, because he's a bit of an agent of chaos. But it's pretty cool. Yeah, Kamen Jojo, he is bisexual. He definitely I think he's evolved as a character. Like, he has the whole Dark Wolverine stuff where he kind of just plays super mean and nasty with people. But sort of in the Krakoa era, he's sort of softened a little bit. He entered a relationship with Aurora, which was really nice. And they've kind of developed his character to be a little bit more three-dimensional than he was at times. But I just recently read like all of his solo stuff, just because I was doing a lot of Wolverine reading. And I really think he's a great character, and I think he's fascinating, because every time you think that like maybe Logan's like opened up his cold heart, then Akihiro comes back and he's just like, no, I like killing people, it's great. And I think that's kind of the funny part, is that like Wolverine's like, damn, I have to kill this guy, and Akihiro's like, all right, we got to kill this guy. he's a lot less reserved. But I think also what's been interesting too is the relationship between him and Laura Kinney, with Laura being a clone of Logan.
Might as well be his sister. Might as well be his sister.
But the funny part is when they first meet, they kind of hate each other, because Laura's like, he's too mean and evil to be related to me, and Akihiro's just like, yeah, how's it going, Mom? He just like taunts her. But they got a great relationship now. Suzuki says, Available Crawl scene panels hanging out with Laura and Honey Badger. Those are fun. Yeah, he showed up in the all-new Wolverine comic.
That sounds like a disaster.
It does, but one of the best Marvel Unlimited vertical Infinity comics was when Logan, Akihiro, Laura, and Gabby all went on a family road trip with their pet Wolverine.
That's their next National Lampoon Vacation movie.
Yes,
right
it was hilarious because nobody wanted to go, but Gabby insisted, and because she was the smallest and cutest, and everybody liked her. Like the first thing is that like Akihiro did not warm up to any of the rest of the Wolverine family as much as he did Gabby. Like, they got along because Gabby was like, we should stab things. And he's like, yeah, we should stab things.
Murder!
So it's like this cute little family now, and it's great. So yeah, and then that's all I'll say on his current storyline, because stuff has happened recently.
It is kind of, speaking of like Wolverine and bisexual, like people are commenting about like with the whole morph confession in '97. Yeah, I do. One of my friends made a good point. Like, come on, he lived this long. You can't tell me Logan had not slept with a dude in those years he's been living.
I know, and there's even that.
I always assumed he has.
Yeah, exactly. Same here. That's why there was that one alternate universe comic where Logan was in love with Hercules, and I was like, yeah, that tracks. It didn't feel that off.
Especially Hercules.
Mm-hmm. Common Jojo says I want a new Marvel Legend of him, would be dope. Yeah, I really do, and I hope it's not the like Dark Wolverine costume like we have here, but like one of his later ones. Just to kind of give us more distinctiveness.
I mean, technically, isn't his Dark Wolverine just a brown outfit with just some differences, right?
It's just the brown outfit, but you have different claws, and you can see his arm tattoo. Like, that's about it.
I mean, like, it's not that hard.
Yeah, there's options, but the thing is, you can't just reuse a brown Wolverine mold though, because he's much taller than his father.
Oh, yep, he's actually normal
Yeah.
height.
Exactly. Speaking of Hercules, Hercules is a character that comes from a time before sexuality existed.
So like a spotter.
Yeah.
There was a phrase I used earlier about him.
Was it an
before we went live.
omnisexual, or is it?
Yeah.
Omnisexual.
That's I think the one I can say on stream. So the thing is Hercules is a great character. He's so full of love and passion, which I think just makes him fun to be around. Like every time I'm reading a comic with Hercules, he's just a fun, exciting character. Like
you'll like
yeah.
you'll like the recent issue of Jetpack Hits Avengers then, because he's
Looking
great
forward to
in
it.
that. He's great in that issue.
Yeah. I mean, he was on Guardians of the Galaxy, which is where I pulled this image from, which he was just he got someone captured him and took him to space, and he thrived. He thrived with the Guardians. It was
The
really
best thing
cool.
about Hercules is he can just appear anywhere and he don't question it. Hercules just lives that kind of life.
Yeah, he can be in any context, and it perfectly works. And so yeah, Hercules is one of my favorite Marvel characters of all time, and I think just such a fun person to be around. That I would love to hang out with Hercules. That's how fun he seems to be. I think that pretty much wraps up our first spotlight. We will of course do another one next week with 6 more characters.
Speaking of Marvel, what happened last week on the channel?
Let's take a look. Real quick, Infinite says, who do you prefer, Dakin or Laura? That's tough, because I really like Laura, but I also have come to really enjoy the messy disaster that is Dakin.
Dakin's great, but like
I think Laura.
Yeah, it's Laura.
Laura's kind of our true successor to Wolverine in a way that Dakin needs to be his own person.
I'm praying they make a updated Laura in the Wolverine suit with the new double joint elbows and everything.
Yeah. Mr. Yuki says, I'm not interested in him fighting Thor, but I hope we see him again in the MCU. That's how I feel. So let's see. Marvel fan says, I got a question for the membership. I've never been gifted or gotten one. Does it automatically end in 1 month? Yes, as far as I know, when the membership ends, it'll automatically end. You can choose to renew it, but if you don't want to renew it, that's totally cool, and it should just automatically end. YouTube might send you an email. Anybody else that's been gifted a membership and had it end on them, let Marvel fan know your experiences on that side, because I don't know how it exactly works on my side. Donnie Waldman, welcome to our chat. Let's see. Jamie's World. I always accept characters as they are and who they are, if that answers the question. I do like it when the characters do have layers to them, like how I'm kind of spotlighting the characters. Because sometimes in TV shows especially, they'll introduce an LGBTQIA+ character, and that will be their one personality trait. It's like they'll be like,
that's when it's
and I don't like that. It's tokenism.
I'll never forgive Bruce. I'll never forgive Bruce Timm and team for one of their many faults in the King Joke adaptation. But Barbara's gay best friend was horrible.
Yeah, his personality was gay.
His gay best friend. That's it.
Yeah. Right, Chaos. That's when it's like
that's when I get.
That's when representation hurts the community. That's when representation can hurt the community, when they have no personality beyond their sexual identity, right, or their gender identity.
Did you forget to write the character?
Exactly. And that's kind of like another reason I want to do the spotlight as well. It's like, let's talk about these characters in their full context. And so that's what we're doing.
And every character you mentioned has actual story to them. Yes, there's a new one. Like I said, layers, nuance.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about last week's videos.
Doom!
Doom is disappointed in the audience for it only getting to 431 views. He told me himself. He's staring at me right now.
In his army of him.
His army of him. It's funny. My Marvel videos are always a big gamble. They'll either do great or they won't do anything.
He's like, you know what you should have done in the end, right? You should all your Doom should have done foot dives.
Oh man.
Oh, that would have been
Marvel
hard.
3?
That would have been cool.
Also, man, the nostalgia of seeing that vending machine. I remember as a kid, I was obsessed with them, trying to find them and getting excited whenever I see them out in the wild.
Oh, the little like ball-headed vending machine ones? Yeah.
I had a collection of those. I don't think I had them anymore, but I had a big collection of those.
Mr. Tanuki says, that's on me. Sorry, Doom. Doom shall forgive this first transgression. Doom may not forgive the next.
I mean, some of my favorite Doom stuff, like Doom dialogue, is NBC 3.
Oh yeah.
It's like you wish you were facing Magneto, or like I think one of my favorites is when he fights the quote he says after beating Phoenix, right? It's like in Latveria we do not have lawyers, we only have corpses. I love those lines so much.
Good. And then the other video, which Spin Dash recommended we do, was Transformer size classes explained, which I had a couple comments from people like, does a video like this need to exist? It feels straightforward, but apparently, I would say at 2.4Ks and 2.4K views in like 3 days. Yeah, there was a reason for this video to exist. I'm glad I was able to help inform. I saw a lot of comments. I haven't gone in to reply to them. I was kind of taking it easy this weekend. But yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed that video. I thought that was actually kind of fun to put together. Like, it was funny because I showed it to my parents, and I said, did you learn something? And they're like, yeah, I think we understand Transformers classes now. So...
Also, I mean,
Kaus as well was like, "Oh, I understand it now."
I think for me, I think I never realized the whole Voyager meme was and the leader meme was meant to be based on Starfaring and the leaders of the team. I just kind of like accepted those memes, like, oh, those just the memes of the Transformers they use. So yeah, without thinking like, why is it called Voyager and stuff like that.
Infinite said, "Imagine Doompool." I would buy a Doompool, even though I don't want a Doompool. Does that make sense?
Wouldn't that just? I mean, that sounds like just Deadpool but green and wearing Doom's mask and cloak.
That's true. Omander says newbies need the info too. That's what I was thinking as well. I was trying to make it very like new fan friendly. Muteki says, "What are the tires on Sandstorm made of?" It's same material as Beachcomber, but a little thicker. They're definitely like not hard plastic, which is nice.
I do like for the Doom you own no movie Dooms.
Oh yeah, that's true. I actually don't. Even as a kid, I own the movie Fantastic Four, but I don't actually own Doom. After watching it, I got a nostalgic kick for like the old 2000s era Marvel commercials where they just made Doom just a villain on Marvel. Like I just love like it's the best.
I think one of my favorite ones is like in the Marvel Mecha Morph commercial where it's like Dr. Doom is taking over the world.
Yeah,
I love lines like that. It's just it's so cheesy. Or like you ever seen the toy commercial for the Fantastic Four movie figures? Where it's like this whole like Ultimate Alliance looking like CG commercial, all the Fantastic Four being of Doom, and it just ends with I'll be back. Oh, I just love stuff like that. Just like classic. So toy commercials. I miss toy commercials like those.
I so wish for Doom to become everybody's villain again, like he should be, right, Cass?
Exactly.
It's so funny.
Superhero Squad.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of funny how many Spider-Man games where he's just a villain in them.
Right.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Oh, Ultimate Alliance.
Yep.
What was Ultimate Alliance 3's final DLC? The Shadow of Doom. Let's see. Okay. Hellfire says, I feel like we need some in between, like Scout or Ultra. Yeah, I think Ultra. I made that a point in the video. I was like, I feel like we need something between Voyager and Leader. Just
like Springer and his iconic. Like Springer and his iconic hammer.
I want Springer and his iconic hammer, about $10 cheaper. Let's see. Jamie's World says videos educational helps me learn further into the fandom and toy collecting. Glad to hear it. Vanity Wartorn says, always news collectors coming in, explainer videos, always be valuable to those people. We all start somewhere. Absolutely agree. Let's see. Omander says, why I like you over most people is that you actually give well-informed videos instead of someone clumsily going through the toy. Thank you. I work really hard at that, so I'm glad to feel that has come across. Psycho says psi classes make sense, but the value is still a factor. Yeah, I think it is price points more, and I think that was kind of the idea. Benjamin Wiseman said, I had the spring action punch Dr. Doom. It was neat until I couldn't get the hand to stay in. It's always the trap. It's always the trap with spring-loaded. What was last week's shorts? I can't remember now.
Was it a...
it was the Dr. Doom short doing like 4 times the views of the main video.
Hey, so you got your views back.
I got my views back with the short. And just talking about comic collection organization. So...
I can relate. Because, I mean, for me, it's like for my Marvel stuff, I have all my single trades together, then my Dick trades together. Because it's just that spine consistency.
You're going by format so that the spines are
format. Like that, it's to keep the spine consistent.
I kind of
Unless
want to
you're
do that with my
extra red.
DC and like put all the New 52 books together and all the Rebirth books together and like.
Yeah, because DC's a mess with spines, but the Rebirth's like the only times where they kind of actually. So I mean, X-Men Red, because I got Volume 2 recently with
Yes.
alongside DWJ's Beta Ray Bill, but I have no idea that the X-Men Red are just pure red, so they stick out the
it's
sword.
because X-Men Blue were pure blue and X-Men Gold were blue, and it was X-Men Black was black. Like they were color coded for each team color at the time.
Yeah, but my OCD's like, I can't put them alphabetical, or it's just a red bar in the middle of them.
Yep. It's kind of like why I hate the Spider-Geddon trade, because it's just red, whereas the Spider-Verse trade was like the normal Marvel, like white.
Yeah. I also put like I'm putting the Ultimate Evasion on his own, because I feel like I won't be surprised if the future Ultimate trades we have the same aesthetic as the Ultimate Evasion trade. Stuff like that, so yeah.
Yep. All right, we have G.I. Joe news. I'm gonna go prep it.
It's our annual Yo June.
Yo Joe June. I love the fact that Hasbro dedicates a whole month to G.I. Joe with Yo Joe June. I will say, just so we get this out of the way, there are leaks of upcoming classified figures. We're not talking about them today because tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern will be the first Yo Joe June fan stream. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see everything that's leaked there. And so we'll talk about all that next week. When we
time for another hour-long Joe stream.
Before you go, there's a joke I want to say that basically says, I thought G.I. Joe was dead.
Well, anyone that thinks G.I. Joe is dead, look at this G.I. Joe Compendium Kickstarter that's at $1,653,302 with 4,602 backers, 22 days to go, and it's only been a week, and it funded in 6 minutes. Let's talk about this.
6 minutes. 6 minutes. My God.
Yep.
So we've been building up to this for a few weeks because we've been getting little teases and news, but they have finally put up the Kickstarter for the G.I. Joe Real American Hero Compendium set. Oh God, I'm not reviewing every single G.I. Joe 3 3/4 inch figure from 1983 to 2008. That's too much. Anyways, the G.I. Joe...
I don't think you have them.
I don't even have enough of them, yeah. So the G.I. Joe Real American Hero Compendium set... wow, okay. They just added another stretch goal. So what this is going to be... Live, I'm like, oh, they're gonna add 500 more signed Larry Hama book plates. How does that work? Anyways, I will look at that later. The G.I. Joe Compendium sets are going to be one set that has 2 cover variants. You can choose a G.I. Joe set, a Cobra set, or both. They do have an option to get both. So what these are leather-bound hardcover editions of the paperback compendiums that are coming out at retail. So if you don't want to buy the big fancy Kickstarter, paperback editions will come out at your local bookstore and comic shops and stuff. So
I think they're cheaper by $20, right?
Cheaper by $10. We'll talk about that in a moment with the pricing. But this Kickstarter is just if you want like the premium hardcover experience. We also do have confirmation that the paper in these is a similar paper to what Marvel uses in their Epic collections, and that may be a little thicker than what the paperbacks have, but we don't exactly know.
So that's not bad at all then. If it's the same quality as the Epic collections.
So these are pretty nice. So what they're doing is you can do multiple tiers, but here's the box set. So for example, here's Volume 1, which has got Snake Eyes for the G.I. Joe set. It's Cobra Commander for the Cobra set. Here's a look at the inside. This is encouraging because they showed this 2-page spread of the pit, and I'm not seeing too much being lost in the gutter. There's not too much gutter loss going on, which is encouraging because that's always a thing that comes up with.
It's like that. When I got my Superman Rebirth omnibus, I was like reading it. They're like, "Oh yeah, right. I need to do like those like before I read this. I should do those like procedures you should do before you read an omnibus."
Yeah, what I usually do with an Omni is I get to the middle of it and then just kind of like lay it out and then just let it sit for a little bit to kind of relax the spine a bit, to kind of get it to settle. Because yeah, sometimes you lose a little bit in the edging. Now a lot of these are white border pages because this is the 1980s comic, so it should be fine. But it looks good. So here's the contents, and this I think is great because this will also reflect the contents of the paperbacks, and that we can talk about the content mapping. So Compendium 1 is going to contain issues 1 through 50. Absolutely no problem with that. Issue 50 has a story that leads into the Special Missions tie-in, which means Compendium 2 is 51 to 78, G.I. Joe Yearbook 2 to 4, and Special Missions 1 through 15. They have said they're in the official reading order, so I assume that it's going to interlock Special Missions, Real American Hero, and Yearbook.
Is that why Yearbook 1 is in Compendium 4? Because I was confused when I was looking at this.
Yes, so Yearbook 1 did not contain any new stories. The yearbooks were supposed to be like, look what happened in the last year of G.I. Joe, and Yearbook 1 reprinted the first issue as well as recap pages for other things that happened. Yearbooks 2 through 4 contained new stories. So that's why they're here for the reading order, to be interspliced into the storyline. The yearbooks was essentially G.I. Joe's equivalent of the annuals.
Yeah, but I figured it's the annual equivalent.
Compendium 3 will contain G.I. Joe 79 to 115, and Special Missions 16 to 28. And then Compendium 4 will contain 116 to 155, G.I. Joe and the Transformers 1 to 4, which is not canon to the G.I. Joe book. It's only canon to the Transformers book, but it's nice it's included.
Because Larry Hama hated. Because Larry Hama hated.
Yeah, Larry Hama hated doing the transfer. He was like, "I am writing my military story and my special mission
stupid
story.
Robot tank."
Yeah, he's like, and he had to write in G2 Megatron at some point because they required him to.
And what he called, stupid robot tank or something like that, right?
I think he just calls him the robot. I don't even think he calls him Megatron. G.I. Joe Order of Battle is a collection of bio pages for the characters, which have never been reprinted before. And G.I. Joe Special Number 1 was a redraw of the first issue, I think by Todd McFarlane at Marvel, which was really interesting. That's never been reprinted before. So this takes us all the way through the Marvel years from 82 all the way up to, like, I think 94, 95. So this is an extensive amount of stuff in one batch, because you're going to get all 4 at once if you buy it through the Kickstarter. Whereas if you buy it in paperback, which they will be coming in paperback, it's going to be spaced out however it's going to be. So let's talk box sets. So the Joe box set has a new art piece by Andy Kubert of Duke and the Joe team. And as you can see, it flips open to hold the 4 books, which I think is pretty cool. Here's a couple shots of this new artwork, which we'll talk about in a moment. You can get other places. The Cobra box set, of course, has Cobra on one side and the Cobra Commander on one side, Cobra team on the other, and some new nice artwork commission.
I don't know, like opening the Cobra box, he's like, "Yo, opening the Ark of the Covenant." I'm getting my face melted off. Like,
yeah, it's just evil. It's funny because actually I want the Cobra set because it's got Serpentor.
Yeah, but he's got Serpentor.
Serpentor, Baroness, and Storm Shadow. There also will be trading cards. So they have trading cards by different artists. So we have Snake Eyes by Chris Mooneyham. We have Stalker by Lee Weeks. Scarlet by Paul Petlier. Duke by Carlo Pagliuon. Hawk by Rod Wingham. Covergirl by Pat Oliphie. And there'll be 3 other characters. Art by Ron Wagner, Dan Jurgens, and Larry Hama. Those 3 will be voted on a poll. There's a link in the campaign. And you'll be able to vote as to what 3 characters you want as those cards. The Cobra card set will have Baroness by Carlo Pagliana, Cobra Commander by Chris Mooneyham, Serpentor by Lee Weeks, Major Blood by Dan Jurgens, Zartan by Ron Wagner, Destro by Pat Oliphie, and then there will be 3 cards picked again by that same poll for Ron Wingman, Paul Pelletier, and Larry Hama. If you sign up for the Skybound Insiders mailing list, you can get a Storm Shadow trading card added to your campaign for free, and that'll be added in the backer kit, which is done after the campaign. And I like that Storm Shadow has the G.I. Joe and Cobra logo since he was on both teams. So, smart stuff there, and that's Andy Kubert and Brand Anderson did the art there. So the rewards. If you want just a digital edition of Compendium 1, it's about $30. If you want the digital edition of all 4 compendiums, $120. If you want 1 book, $75 will get you Compendium 1 as G.I. Joe or Cobra. So, taking that into consideration, the cover price of the paperbacks is $65. Now, while you can get those cheaper at Amazon and different shops, $65 is the cover price, $75 is the price for the hardcover. I think that's perfectly a fair price for a 1,200-page book in hardcover like this.
Essentially, it's gonna be like pretty premium, I imagine.
And then if you want to buy a box
plus
set of 4, yeah, go ahead.
You are getting the PDF with those $75 sets.
It is $75 for one hardcover and then PDF. And if you're going to buy the set of 4, it's $300. Comes with the box, comes with the trading card set, comes with the PDFs for all 4.
$300's not bad. Like that's like you know how much omnibuses are. You're kind of getting one for free. Like if like you know I know because
a lot of Marvel omnibuses that are 1,200 pages are like $150, and these are standard size hardcovers. Are not deluxe size, but still, it's a pretty good value to get like 4,800 pages for $300 in hardcover
plus a
in a box.
Box with
plus trading cards plus
and free
PDFs.
PDF files. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, if you want, there was they did have the first 150 people that backed each tier could get signed copies. Those went quick.
Those are gone in the 6 minutes. I remember.
Yep.
So you're seeing.
And for 600, if you want, you can get both. And then the physical editions come with all the stretch goals as well. So let's see. Let's keep going here. Stretch goals. They added spot gloss to all box sets. Double-sided bookmark to all physical pledges. You get a Joe sticker or a Cobra sticker, depending on which team you're getting. A Duke fold-out poster is in every version of Compendium 1. A Cobra Commander fold-out poster is every version of Compendium 2. Those are the art from the box sets. So if you're wanting to buy one or the other, there's going to be the art that's on the box sets are going to be in these posters. They've added satin ribbons to all compendiums for easy bookmarking.
I really wish every omnibus had those. Honestly,
me too. I love satin bookmarks. IDW does it with their IDW collections, which is really nice. Foil Fever. They've added foil to the compendium covers, spines, and trading cards. They've added a 4-inch Cobra or Joe patch, depending on the team you get. A Cobra team fold out for Compendium 3, a G.I. Joe team fold out for Compendium 4. They have now added gilded edges to all the pages on the compendiums. They also have added a 1.5-inch Joe or Cobra logo pin to each respective team. And at 1,800,000, they're going to add 500 more Larry Hama book plates, which I think you can just probably will be add-ons. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work. And there is still 5 more bonus top secret tiers yet to be revealed. So here's a look at the bookmark, which has...
At this point, they should just throw that classified figure in.
I know, right? Start throwing toys. Pallet tracks, they don't have dust covers, but they are leather-bound hardcover, and they come with a box.
Who knows? That could be a stretch goal. That could be one of the stretch goals.
It could be a stretch goal to add dust covers. The box that they'll go in seems to be like, that's how you're going to keep your dust out, which I think works for me. I actually prefer that to not having a box. So, spot gloss, the G.I. Joe version of Storm Shadows on one side of the bookmark, and the Deke Armor Cobra Commander is on the other side. There's the stickers, the trading cards, and everything's going to have the foil. And we will talk about the gilded edges in a moment, because I wanted to tell people about that. Now, if you buy any of the physical tiers, you can add on. So you can add an extra G.I. Joe Compendium 1, or a Cobra Compendium 1, or an extra box set. Or this is my favorite part. For example, I kind of want to buy the Cobra set, or I definitely want to get the Cobra set. I can add on the G.I. Joe trading cards. I can add on the G.I. Joe sticker. I can add on the G.I. Joe patch and the G.I. Joe pin.
That's so nice.
You can also add on an extra bookmark, and if you don't want to sign up for the newsletter, you can add on a foil version of the Storm Shadow card. So,
wow, that's
Yep. Also, here's a really nice shot of Larry Hama with his Eisner Award Hall of Fame. They've been doing interviews with him, and he was talking about how back when he was writing G.I. Joe, he got no respect or credit from the comic fandoms. He wouldn't get invited to conventions or anything. They were like, he's doing a toy book. It's not real comic book art. Look at us now. Mm-hmm. Right, Cass? Isn't that funny how that works out?
Yeah, for real. I was saying, dang, man, no respect.
Yeah.
Till now.
And then we also highlighting Andy Kubert because he's doing the art for the boxes. If you're a retail partner, there's things there, and I think that about... Oh, and then it comes down to the shipping. Of course, because this is 4,800 pages of comics.
It's going to be heavy.
It's going to be heavy. So if you're in the US...
Isn't it great? They actually show you what the shipping rate each... Like, I wish everything does this. It's so helpful.
I love this chart. It's super helpful. So, like, if you want one box set, it's going to be $50 shipping in the US, or if you're buying 2 box set, $100 shipping. So it's fair, considering how heavy these books will be.
Do you think they're gonna be like cinder blocks mailed to you?
Oh, Common Jojo, I'm so glad I've been able to help you, and I'm glad you're part of this community as well. It's funny, Ray Vinkman says, I find it hard to believe since G.I. Joe's outselling the Avengers and sat comfortably with Claremont's Uncanny X-Men. That's true, and Larry Hama even said, they may not have been giving me respect, but I was making bank on that and the residuals for it. And I was like, you know what? Good for you, Larry Hama. You got paid. And the thing is that it was, you look at the letter pages for old G.I. Joe stuff, you can find old scans of them. People are like, this book only is here to promote toys and nothing else. And Larry Hama's like, I'm writing about my Vietnam experience. What are you guys talking about? It means nothing else. Crazy. Even though it was selling, like, people would just dismiss it. And it's kind of like how some people dismiss the MCU at times. Just because it's successful. Like, it's a thing that fandoms do. But G.I. Joe's getting its due. So, the other thing that I did notice, and I did want to scroll back up to this. By the way, there is 22 days left on the Kickstarter if you want to get in on it. They will charge when the campaign closes, but it is funded. It is happening. Let's go. Let's see. On the updates page, they showed the Gilded Edges. Let's see. See if I can find it here. Gilded Edges. They are not going to be all red. The picture shows red because Compendium 1 will be red, Compendium 2 will be silver, Compendium 3 will be blue, and Compendium 4 will be gold. So either Cobra or Joe, those 4 colors are going to match the color stars in the logo on the cover. So that's how those look, which I think is pretty cool. I think that's about it. Let's see. I'm trying to see what else they just added. You guys want to vote in the card poll? It ends today, so let me drop a link to that in the chat here if I can, because I've already voted for it. But I'm gonna just copy link because if anybody wants to go vote in this, you got to vote today. But
so the key thing is, are you backing this?
I am backing this. I'm pretty confident that I want to get the Cobra tier because of the characters.
I think I think what's really great is this. Honestly, the price is fantastic for this. Honestly,
yeah, I think the price is great because the thing is that if you're wanting hardcovers,
yes, Joe. There is Boom has done similar to this.
Yeah,
similar stuff to this with Power Rangers.
Very similar idea where this is not the only way to get these books. It is just the fanciest way to get these books, which is kind of how Boom ran their Kickstarters. This is definitely beating it sales wise, but I think I'm gonna be backing this. I haven't put my pledge in yet, but I'm probably gonna do it. I think my plan is I'm gonna buy the Cobra set and then buy the G.I. Joe add-ons just so I can have all the cards and stuff. Mr. Dookie says, price is great for Nominus, plus $300 a lot to commit to 20 days in advance. I agree. That's the trick. I'm kind of looking at the timeline of, like, when I get paid next, and I'm like, okay, it should be after I get paid. But, that's why I haven't backed it yet, because I'm, like, want to make sure my money's lined up. I will say, I hope to goodness gracious Hasbro doesn't launch a G.I. Joe Haslab tomorrow.
They throw in the Haslab in this Kickstarter.
Because if they do, the thing is, if they do a Haslab, they're gonna like kill one or the other. There is a G.I. Joe crowdfunding campaign happening right now. Hasbro, don't do a Haslab.
Well, I forget. What has Hasbro ever done? Haslab before, like, have they ever do Haslab before the previous Haslab?
Yes.
Like, ship or
they did the Dragonfly way before we got the His Tank.
Yeah, right.
That's the concern I have. Yeah, Muteki, there's no deposit payment plans because it is Kickstarter. Now, they are doing backer kits, so they should be able to do late pledges because every time I've done a Kickstarter with backer kit, you can add stuff in later. And that basically, like, you can do... Some will have late pledges, like, oh, you didn't back on Kickstarter, you can back now. These are scheduled to ship in December. I did forget to mention that. There is a thing, like, if you want to put in for, like, one compendium, you can guarantee that backer kit survey, and then you could add something else or upgrade and such. I'm not exactly sure. There's an FAQ and there's a comment section if you want to ask them. Mr. Dookie says the Haslab will be one of the 5 mystery stretch goals.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah. But like I said, if you guys, if you really want the hardcovers, this is the option. If you don't, the paperbacks are coming. And I'm sure the paperbacks will be fine as well. So, Ray Venkman says it's probably better than IDW's reprints. I think so, especially because these will be in reading order. That was a big problem with IDW's reprints, is that they separated special missions into its own set of reprints. Ray says, though probably not as impressive as the new ROM original Marvel Years Omnibus books, a G.I. Joe Transformers Masterworks book would be go. Yeah, it is not going to be like Marvel Omnibus, but it's still going to be pretty good.
It's still high quality.
It's still high quality.
Image makes some high quality books.
They do. And I've seen Skybound do, like, their Invincible compendiums are fantastic, and if these are, these should be on that level. And yeah, I think that's about it we got on the G.I. Joe. You guys got any final thoughts? I'm just really happy this is going well.
I mean, if anyone keeps trying to tell you G.I. Joe is a dead franchise or no one cares about G.I. Joe, to show them this.
Yeah, honestly.
G.I. Joe.
Let's see. Common Jojo says, will there be a Transformer set also? I would say most likely. Oh, hey, Wheels.
I do love when I love when Wheels appears. I just a new way jump scares you and on the stream layout.
Yeah. I think there will be a Transformers Kickstarter for hardcovers because they just pushed the Transformers paperback compendium from September to February. Because I think the smart move here, because what undermined me from buying the Power Rangers Kickstarters was they're like, you can buy a set of the 6 hardcovers in slipcases. I'm like, that's cool. I already own 4 of them, though. They're getting these Kickstarters out first, so that way you don't have that same thing of, well, I already own the paperbacks, I don't want to rebuy them. Like, they're saying, you want hardcover Kickstarter, you want paperback, get it later, that kind of thing. Which I think is fine. I think it's a good strategy. So, yeah, these probably won't have letter pages. I would be surprised.
Will they have crappy jackets?
Will they have crappy jackets? They don't have jackets. No, they're leather-bound hardcovers.
Are cool because we don't need those crappy jackets where we look like we're in 80s high schools and colleges.
That's one of the
Well, points to be 80s.
Oh yeah, that's another reason that they did the Boom Kickstarter books didn't match the retail ones. That's why I was out. I was like, I already own 4 of these, and I'm not going to rebuy them because they don't match. So, let's see. All right, I think that's about it on G.I. Joe. So, Palchuk said F in the chat for those poor mailmen.
They can become bodybuilders for carrying these things.
Oh boy, that's gonna be fun. Hey Wheels, how you doing?
I don't know. I tried not throwing up like 3 times today.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I don't know what happened. I think something got pinched in my back, putting pressure on my intestinal tract, and then taking my antibiotics did not help that much either. They didn't collide well.
Well, on that note,
I have to fight you.
Yeah.
I have to fight you later. We have to fight later.
Cool. We'll talk later about that. Let's talk comic news, because I think that's a good things. We've got Viz Media announced a bunch of stuff. I just picked what I cared about. Nami, Robin, Vivi, and Perona, the heroines of One Piece, go on their own adventure in a collection of prose stories. This is a English release of a light novel. Yeah. And that's coming out in spring.
They've been doing that lately where Viz is trying to release a lot of these light novel spin-offs finally for their series.
What? Light novels exist and we should release them to the West?
Right. I know, right?
Yeah, the light novel market's heating up right now. I'm seeing more and more of them.
My God, it's like Boogie Pop Phantom would have been actually popular.
I was gonna bring up Boogie Pop.
I bet I was reading the Ace light novel from One Piece, and it was like, oh, this is pretty nice.
Because if you don't know, for the chat, Boogie Pop Phantom is what popularized it in the first place.
Yeah. Light novels are fun. I like light novels. They're fun to read. I wish we could get like Digimon Seekers in a light novel printed format where it's actually translated well.
And not burn your eyes.
Manga is brought over here because I had to explain to Demon Wolf a lot of things last night, and he did not comprehend. He was so confused, and he tried to fight me over a few things on Digimon knowledge. And I was like, Demon Wolf, my knowledge isn't 100% perfect, but I know the lore pretty damn good. And Soundouts isn't 100% perfect, but we know the lore pretty damn good.
Yeah. More of a lore than knowing every intimate detail. All right, next up.
I can tell you, I had to explain the Mega 2s.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Kaiju number 8 B-Sides, which is a spin-off manga of Kaiju number 8 that focuses on members of the defense team, is getting print editions in English. It has been in the Shonen Jump app so far. It's actually been coming out more frequently than the main series. But it is going to be coming out in print, which is going to be nice. Because...
Which, like, I haven't read it yet, so I might get these. I read all Kaiju number 8 on the app, but I might pick up this on physical, probably.
Yeah, so that's both of those are both this and the One Piece thing are slated for spring 2025. Oh yeah, so that's what just said. The Naruto light novels are great, and one of them made me hate the Third Hokage even more. Ooh, I got to read that one.
Yep.
There's more. There's more reasons.
Yeah.
I always say that. Third Hokage is a scumbag.
He is. He really is. Someone in the Discord shared their tier list of Hokages, and Third was at the bottom, and I was like, yeah, that's how you do it.
When Kobe Rama at least was open about his hate.
Yeah. Hellfire says, do we know why Viz offsets their releases by a year from the Japanese release?
Translating.
It's not so much translating, since they do a lot of them simul publish.
Oh, like the light novels. The light novels,
yes. But with the manga, it's a queue thing. Like, they have to put them in the queue, and they are a little backed up, so it's like they have to add them, and then they just kind of keep going.
Yeah, that's happens with any type of medium out there.
So, fans of DC Comics may recognize the art of Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, who did the artwork for the 1982 DC Comics Style Guide. And this was your DC evergreen. This was your evergreen DC art for a long time, and it still pops up. I have a calendar with this art on it. But
it famously appeared in Batman Harley Quinn, which made the watch out of neighbors lose their mind on Hal Jordan.
Yes, exactly. SSJ4 Jason was the one that shared that tier list, and I did see your Gash Out display. Omander was really cool. Anyways, so the DC Comics Style Guide is going to be printed by Standards Manual. And they're going to be printing it exactly at the copy. They have a copy of the style guide, and they've scanned it, and they're reprinting it exactly how it is, down to the color tones, the artwork, the information pages. This is what DC would pass around to license holders, because prior to this guide existing, license holders would just take comic covers and slap them on their products, and the artists...
Which is not a good thing.
Not a good thing. First of all, didn't look great a lot of the time, and second of all, it meant that comic artists weren't getting credit or pay for their stuff being on licensed products. So Jeanette Kahn, who was the president of DC at the time, she came up with this idea of, let's make a style guide so that, not only do our licensors know like what our baseline, what everybody's supposed to look like is, but if we get Jose Luis Garcia Lopez to do all the artwork, we know anyone that's using art from the style guide is using his artwork, and we can pay him fairly, and everything is kind of cleared up. So a lot of fans love this artwork, and there are incomplete scans online because it's hard to get a hold of this because it was only really passed around between the DC offices and licensing.
Style Guide, I wish more. I
really want to see this.
I want to see more. I want more style guides to be printed, because most of the time when style guides get you see style guides either to do art for portfolios on like ArtStation or leaks. So it's nice to see like an official release one. I really want
more of these.
I really want Marvel to do this with their style guide artists from their 2000. I feel bad forgetting his name. I think it was Scotty, who did a lot of the 2000s Marvel style guide art. Yeah. I want, and Patrick Brown. There's some of my favorite style guide artists out there. I want to see books like that for their work because there's some great stuff.
And Kaus, what do you think about this? Because I want to hear your thoughts. As an artist, isn't it great to see art?
Bro, I love the art. I love it so much. When you showed me it earlier, and I'm looking at it now here, I'm like, that's what I want aspire to be to get with the.
Didn't a lot of the superpowers use a lot of these art?
Yeah, a lot of superpowers card backs use this art. It's very iconic. Like, if you follow DC merch, even nowadays, you get anything that's classic DC, it's most likely from this style guide. Now, details. It is 384 pages, 165 plus image plates. It's 9.5 by 11.5 inches. It is going to be on really nice paper. It's hardbound and a soft touch laminated cover spot varnish, printed in Italy And if you order it through their website, it'll be $95, or if you pre-order it before July 4th, it's $90, scheduled to ship in August. Now, it is reported as well that this will be available through comic shops and bookstores that get books through Lunar Distribution, which is DC's current distributor. So I'm going to ask my comic shop and see if they can get it.
It's a big book, so it makes sense for the big price, because,
Yeah.
it's a style guide of DC's hundreds of characters.
And it's also really high quality, which is what we want it to be, right?
I don't know why, because mentioning the whole style, you make it style guys because no one take comic artists. I just can remember, was it Logan where they had to commission new comic art for the comics in the movie because they couldn't use official X-Men comics, right?
Yeah, because the official X-Men comics they wanted to use, that artwork was owned by the artist, so they had to commission new art instead. Yeah. I definitely want to get one of these. I think I love because like Cal said, love this artwork. It's just if I think classic DC, I'm thinking Jose Luis Garcia Lopez.
I always like these these kind of books, the character encyclopedia guys. I always love these kind of books where
exactly. Daizenshu.
I'm not sure have you seen someone was sharing one of the Marvel character encyclopedia where on the cover everyone else was posed normally, but then you get Reed at the top punching down to Doom.
That's funny because the same artist did the cover of the DC encyclopedia and did the same trick with Plastic Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just on the back cover. Yeah, I love guidebooks. I love style, nice high quality art stuff. So yeah, that I just wanted to bring attention to because, yeah, it's pretty incredible. There's also DC's doing some variant covers this summer that use the style guide art, so it's kind of nice.
So you have this or swimsuits.
Yep. And I think I picked this over the swimsuits, to be honest. Mr. Dookie says on the plus side, the new art for Logan implies Sauron is canon to the X-Men films. That is a nice side.
I wish we saw that. I wish we saw that story.
I know. Is it bad if I say I wish we saw that story instead of Logan?
No, I'll take that over another Dark Phoenix adaptation.
Oh, I hear you. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? I'm pulling up Blu-ray news. We got quite a bit that just came out today, out of nowhere.
Excellent!
Shout was like, I want to make your dreams come true. And I'm like, ooh, tell me more. I don't know why I made that sound like that.
Not imagine
some money, so.
Now imagine them coming to you from the future as their version of I'm blanking the character's name. The future dude from Bill and Ted.
Rufus?
Yeah, Rufus. I'm imagining Shout as Rufus coming to you. It was like, here, these will save the future. It's just all the Blu-ray news.
All right, let's start off with Scooby-Doo. Warner Archive posted, coming July 30th, will be a 2-pack of Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost and Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders. 2 more on Blu-ray.
Nice to see them actually releasing the 90s Scooby-Doo films finally.
Is this a better 2-pack than Zombie Island and Return to Zombie Island?
Because that one you only get 1 good movie. Here you get 2 good movies.
That's true. I like that they're doing more Scooby-Doo. Right? Right, Cass?
It's just
I
so bizarre.
love Scooby-Doo. I mean, I've been a huge fan.
Yeah.
It's always just bizarre to me that I never realized all the Scooby directed DVD films are only been DVD, never Blu-ray. I keep thinking
Cyber Chase. Cyber Chase is the only one that had a Blu-ray.
For some reason.
I think to you or Wheels before, I was like, hey, these are
but
DVDs.
It's one of these where it's like, you just assume it's like the DC releases, or you get your Blu-ray and DVD, but no, it's just DVD for Scooby-Doo. That's so weird.
Yeah, it's so strange, because we had the original show on Blu-ray for years now.
Mm-hmm.
And we had the new Scooby-Doo movies minus the Addams Family episode.
I think it's
one of my favorite ones.
I know.
I just think it's just baffling.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's baffling because those movies are made in HD. So
right?
And the digital versions are HD, but nope, homie, and now you just got stuck on DVD.
Ray asked, when are they going to do Batman vs. Dracula and reprint the Batman Complete series? I'm not sure. I thought we would have gotten Batman vs. Dracula that fall for Halloween, and then they just didn't. It was really strange.
Is the Batman set out print already?
I think so. I haven't seen it in my Amazon recommendations, which usually happens because they're like, you looked for Batman. Do you want this? I'm like, I already bought it.
Oh, damn it. I meant to pick up that release.
I don't know if it's out of print, but I'd say go take a look around. Welcome back, Scotty. Spin Dash says, but it's for kids, so DVD, lowest common denominator. Yeah, that's kind of the problem.
Exactly, yep.
I hate that. I hate that My Adventures of Superman's only got a DVD right now.
I
That's
know, right?
Blu-rays are too expensive. Families can't afford Blu-rays.
Static Shock's still not on Blu-ray. I mean, it took us years to even get just a Warner Archive DVD as Static. Talk about the
I mean, there wasn't there
disrespect.
giant gaps. Okay, so good news. So the Batman Blu-ray is still available on Amazon.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm glad.
It probably doesn't look like it comes with a slipcase though, so it's just gonna be the raw Blu-ray
Yeah.
case, which I hate, but still, it's still available. Thank God.
I'm still waiting on my Batman vs. Dracula, though. Like, what happened? All right, next up. We have the cover art for the Kamen Rider Trilogy Elite Collection from Media Blasters. For those that may not remember, this is Media Blasters limited edition to 1,000 units, only available on the Media Blasters site. There are still copies available. This is going to be coming out soon. This is the cover art. They have, an external cover and an interior. It's going to have a slipcase. It looks fantastic. I think having all three helmets together is great. They gave us a lot of details on. There's going to be bonus features. He went and found like Mock Dent and said, "Hey, can you do stuff for this?" Like apparently there's going to be commentary tracks and like essays and stuff.
We need bonus feature for our Toku Blu-ray. Call it Mock Dent.
Yeah, literally, right? And so there's going to be a bunch of bonus features on this, which is cool, and I think it's great. And they're waiting until everything's approved before announcing the features. So.
I see that slipcover case for the set. All I can think is, I butcher's a small boy in a poor family.
I'm just a poor boy, Kamen Rider family. Yeah, anyways.
Amadeus.
What was that, Wheels?
No, the original. I see the original Power Rangers, the movie poster, where it's them side by.
Yeah,
yeah.
Somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And then the other update is that Media Blasters, John himself just said no street date yet, but anticipate September for the 1,000 limited edition copies. So
it's it should come out around this.
It should
month,
come out
hopefully.
around September. There's not an exact detail yet, but you pay for the pre-order up front, or there's like a PayPal pay in for thing you can do or something. So
yeah, that kind of blows though the pay up front.
I prefer the pay up front because it's like now that I put it in, I don't have to like worry about when it comes out.
Look, with all the Marvel Legends pre-orders, I'm happy.
My problem is because it was limited to 1,000 and they put the pay up front, FOMO kicked in.
But it's still available.
Wheels,
I know.
I mean, Wheels. This is Show a Kamen Rider.
I already paid for it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I already paid for it. But that's why I'm a little annoyed, was just because I was afraid it was going to sell out because it was only like 1,000.
I mean,
Wheels,
it's Showa.
It is Showa Kamen Rider. I will say it is kind of amazing to me that the set even exists.
Get, is at the time I really couldn't spend that money.
Right, but you just did it anyways.
It was like
I did that with the Toku movie set from Shout with Ogo and Bat. I did
that with.
And my only reasoning was that each of those three movies are just going to be sold at like $15 to $20 a piece, anyways.
I mean, you are getting the Kamen World
special effects.
Yeah,
you are getting the Kamen World special, so you're getting the complete package at the very least.
Yeah, that was my only thing, was just that they dropped it at the bad time, and when they said 1,000 units, I was like, oh, that means it could possibly sell out over the weekend because people could have been like, I'm buying 4 copies.
Apparently, they did sell through half the stock in the first weekend, and they're dwindling in the numbers now. Yeah.
I mean, Wheels. Wheels, you do realize this is a Showa Kamen Rider. We all know that Kamen Rider fans don't actually watch Showa.
No, but the thing is, a lot of Kamen Rider fans do watch these 3 films. But I'm pretty sure in my mindset is that they're all just like, well, I already have the Blu-ray fan subs, even though I'm just like, is it cool?
Omander asks, how much is the set again? It is $69.99, which I think is a totally fair price for everything you get. You got Toei license, small company. I think it's worth it. So, yeah.
Because Media Blasters used to be even more reasonable with their prices, and then Gal Gaigar and Voltron ruined that.
Well, the thing is that ever since then, they've still been pretty reasonable. Like, the Zebra Man movies were 15 apiece, the Zebra movies were 15 apiece.
But they haven't done any like real series ever since. They've only
they haven't because their company, because Voltron bankrupted them, and their company shrunk from like about 150 people down to 12,
like 5,
12, I think they said. Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
say
it's-
I would speak of that. Man, I saw a clip of Zeram on Twitter,
Mhm.
and man, I want to watch that
Hey, Kate
movie now because I want to watch that movie now because that looks like Garo J horror stuff
Yeah.
right there from what I've seen.
Oh yeah,
Oh, you never seen Zayram?
Zayram
No,
is
I never
amazing.
seen it.
It's
I
one of
mean,
the
Oh, okay.
Zayram is one of the greatest tokusatsu productions of all time.
like yeah, I saw that. Like,
You
wow,
watch the anime.
because I love the J. Yeah, I love the Anamiya in J. So and that Zeram looks even more that.
You will love Zayram, and then you will watch Zayram 2 and love it not as much, but you will still love it.
Yeah,
And then you
yeah,
watch, and then you watch the anime. That's pretty
This is
cool.
the way how you love Zayram 2. You love Zayram 2. Better production. Just not a better movie. Just of overall better production.
Yeah, it's like a higher quality production, but it's not as. But still, both movies are like I put in my top 50 movies of all time. They're amazing. Highly recommended Zayram to anybody out there watching. They're incredible.
not for kids though.
Not for kids, but incredible. All right, next up, Friends is getting a 4K Blu-ray. That wasn't on my bingo card. That wasn't even on my bingo roster
I think-
sheet.
I think it's more surprised it's not on Blu-ray yet, or 4K yet, because
Yeah,
it's such a.
It's 25 4K discs, which I think is a record. You never get that many discs of anything.
Well, yeah, because
like
it's already
4K.
rare to have a show get a 4K series released
Yeah.
already.
And Friends is popular enough to justify it. I think it's going to have new bonus features. Apparently, list price is $250. It's the entire show. I assume it's scanned from the film prints.
The only thing I know about Friends is the couch scene. Pivot.
Oh, you
Just
mean the
getting
couch scene
of
that
the
just sums up most Hero Club meetings?
yeah.
Anyways, no, it's legitimately popular enough they can justify this, and maybe if it actually sells, this will open the door for other shows to get 4Ks. So, cool. It exists. I'm not buying it, but it exists. It's cool. The Last Unicorn is getting a 4K. Oh, the image broke. Shout, why is your website like this?
Got the hammers.
The Last Unicorn is getting a 4K Blu-ray from Shout Factory. If you order it from their site, you get a double-sided poster. But this release is going to be 4K Blu-ray and Blu-ray. And yeah.
This is one of those old movies I remember my school putting on those those days where it's like it's near the end of the school year. They didn't want to do any teaching, so they throw the movie on in the cafeteria for all of us to watch.
It does have a new bonus feature with a profile of Peter S. Beagle, and there's also some extra bonus features from previous releases. So that is going to be $35 list price. $30 if you get it from Shout, you get a poster.
Now all I want to know is once our 4K Watership down. We're talking about like those kind of movies.
Do we need to
movies.
traumatize the children in 4K wheels?
Yes.
Wheels. Watership
Damn
Down
right.
in 4K.
Watership Down is a glorious film that actually a lot of people say is, oh my god, traumatizing. No, it's good.
It is violent.
Let's see. Ghost Train said Voltron bankrupt. Can I get more context? Yeah, Media Blasters got the rights to Voltron in the 2000s, and the restoration process cost so much money, they needed those sets to be really hot sellers to make their money back, and it didn't. And that's why only the first half of Gal Gaigar got dubbed, because they didn't have the money anymore to dub the second half, because Voltron did not sell what they needed it to make up their cost. So.
I always thought it was because Gal Gadot did so well. Okay, I didn't know it was related to Voltron.
Yeah, no, it was
stuff.
Voltron. They would have dubbed Gal Gaigar. They were planning to dub the other half, but Voltron did not sell well. Also, I heard the vehicle Voltron sets did not help. That's why they went and released Go Line and Die Rugger, was to try to help recoup the costs. But it also started falling apart pretty quick.
Those metal cases probably didn't help either.
Yeah, they did not sell the way they overestimated the Voltron market, like I think most people do when they make Voltron stuff. Anyways, in other news, in more excellent news, Bill and Ted's Most Triumphant Trilogy is coming to 4K, which is going to contain all three movies on 4K and Blu-ray.
I love that cover.
I love the cover. It looks great. If you are like me and have the Excellent Adventure single 4K and don't want to rebuy Excellent Adventure, Bogus Journey and Face the Music will be getting separate 4K Blu-ray combo packs.
I didn't remember said the. I didn't remember said face. I didn't remember. I said that.
I heard him faintly.
I said that whole "I got muted" thing happened again.
Oh no!
Oh,
trying to
gotta love
say-
that.
I was trying to say how hype I am over this Bill and Ted set.
Yeah.
Oh,
I honestly is one of the key game that Face Music came out before the craze of 4K. If I remember right, or like because it was it wasn't Face the Music like an indie. It was technically an indie movie kind of, right? It was not like
Face the
published by a
Music,
maker.
It was MGM still owned it, and Warner Brothers distributed it, but MGM didn't give them any money to make it. They had to go find their own investors.
Yeah.
And then when Warner Home Video put out Face the Music, in the UK they put it out on 4K and Blu-ray, but in the US they only put it out on this Blu-ray.
Blu-ray.
And that was it. And there's a handful of bonus features, and they put those bonus features on here as well, which is great. Scotty says, I thought you were going to tell us they were going to put the whole Bill and Ted TV show and cartoon on physical media. If that was the case, I would have put that in the thumbnail. Yeah. Anyways, this says Roland Cruz is excited that we're getting Bogus Journey and Face of Music in 4K. The thing is with this Triumphant Trilogy pack, is that it does come with all the bonus features from the previous releases, which is incredible. So the Excellent Adventure 4K, here it is. This is the one that Shout released a couple years ago, or a year ago. I think it's 2022. Okay, it's been a couple years. This was just the 4K disc, and that was all that existed. They used the Studio Channel transfer of it that came out in the UK. And it only included the audio commentaries and the Time Flies When You're Having Fun, a look back at Most Excellent Adventure feature, which was from the Bill and Ted's Most Excellent collection that Shout released in 2016.
Was that the one with the cards and the guitar pick?
Yes, this came with a couple stickers and a guitar pick. I don't want to drop the guitar pick on screen here, because I could easily do that. But this is still kind of in print. I think you can still buy this. This was the first two movies on Blu-ray plus a third disc of bonus features. What they've done for these 4Ks is they've split up the bonus features on the Blu-ray disc so they go with each movie they're supposed to go with. Which means the 4K disc of Excellent Adventure is pretty much the same as what we got on the single, but the Blu-ray disc also includes the other bonus features, specific Excellent Adventure from the 2-pack that wasn't included with the 4K. So if you only have the 4K, you're probably going to have to buy the 3-pack to get the bonus features from this. But if you're going to buy the 4K 3-pack, you don't need the 2-pack anymore, because all the features from this and all the features from Warner's Face the Music Blu-ray, all are going to be on the 4K set that comes with 4K and Blu-ray, which is good.
So I'm surprised you're not getting the box set. Then
I am getting the box set.
Oh, you are? Okay,
I could just buy the other two movies, but I'd rather get the box set so I have everything in one. Because that rarely happens.
Plus, you're a Bill and Ted fan. I figure you work at the box.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't import the 4K. I didn't import the 4K of Face the Music. I said someday somebody's going to do a trilogy pack of the 4Ks. So, Wheels, did you have any thoughts on this?
I think you should drop the pick on camera.
You think I should drop the pick? All right, fine. I'm gonna get the pick out.
Two-face it.
I'm gonna pop my Blu-ray case very carefully.
I want to see you like drop it like Kaus dropped the flip head Beetleborg.
There's the guitar pick.
Does that two sides? That two sides?
It's the Wild Sounds logo on one side, black on the other.
All right, do we two-face it?
No, I'm not losing it. I keep it right here so I don't lose it. And also, this set came with promotional stickers of the two movie logos. But other than those three things,
I'm assuming the cartoon might be some legal issues, because doesn't Warner Brothers, because it was Hanna-Barbera, right? Who did
Hanna-Barbera
that show,
for season
right?
1, Deke for season 2, had the original movie cast in season 1, had a new cast in season 2 that was from the terrible live-action show We Do Not Talk About.
And season 1 had the far superior intro theme song.
Yes. Mr. Suzuki, as far as I know, this doesn't come with a Wild Stallions pick, but we'll see. And Roland Cruz says, wasn't Face the Music released in 4K in the UK? Yes, it was. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same transfer. It's a digital film, so...
You get a whole phone booth in this collector's edition.
That'd be hilarious. It does look like the thickness of the box. I would imagine it's 3 4K cases slapped in instead of like a thick case. I think it's going to be the 3 individual cases put in a slip.
Love the artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Is that young Bill and Ted, or is that older Bill and Ted over there?
Yeah, that's Excellent Adventure Bill and Ted. And those are the 3 dudes, yeah.
Am I right? Wasn't Bogus Journey had some rights issues why Shout didn't release it before?
Bogus Journey didn't have a 4K transfer before.
Okay.
Studio Canal did Excellent Adventure. Shout released that same transfer on their 4K. And then I think they probably were like, oh, you know what? It probably happened. The Excellent Adventure 4K sold, and they said, okay, cool. Now we have the money to go 4K Bogus Journey, because Studio Canal couldn't due to some legal thing, I think, or something like that. It's very interesting. Scotty's waiting for Laserdisc Face the Music. I'm waiting for the vinyl record of Bogus Journey by Mondo Records with the Mondo cover to complete my trilogy set, because they made 2 of them and said they were making Bogus Journey. It never happened, and I'm mad about it. I blame Funko.
What are you more mad about, though? What are you more mad about, that or those canceled Bill and Ted figures that you never got your money back for?
Probably the canceled figures I didn't get my money back for. I didn't put any money down on a Bogus Journey vinyl. I just won it. I have a third vinyl frame that's sitting and doing nothing because I'm waiting for the...
So did they literally just ran with the money?
Yeah, they did. Incendium Toys closed. They closed their publishing arm, Opus Comics, and then they just ran off with everybody's money. And I was just like, damn, I have not been scammed that bad in a long time.
Wow. Wow, that's impressive. They could just ran like that.
And I only found out that they actually died because somebody commented on my History of Bill and Ted Toys video and said, hey, did you get a refund from Incendium because they closed? And I was like,
wow.
No. And they're like, yeah, because their website disappeared. And I was like, what? Like, I went deep diving.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, well, damn, okay.
Well, let's hope the IRS is up on them.
I don't know where the people that ran that company went. I don't know where they ran to.
Listen, if the IRS isn't on the entire defraud COVID relief on the entire group of those people, then they're not on those people either.
Yeah, that's true. I hope one day...
People tell you don't fight the IRS, but obviously people are winning.
Actually, lately, yeah, people have been avoiding them more.
See, so Joker could get away.
I think he could have, yeah. You just had to get a celebrity to back him.
Because here's the thing. He's forgetting he's the goddamn Joker. They're not going to come marching in on his door unless they got the army.
Mr. Noogie says, that's why it keeps me hesitant about smaller businesses. Same reason I haven't bought the Sam and Max figures. My recommendation is, Kentucky's like, go to the business bureau. They're useless now.
They are.
File a report.
Boss Fight CEOs who made those Sam and Max figures are, from what I see, is a reputable toy company.
My recommendation is, if you're hesitant about a company, order through somebody like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth, so you're not putting money down, and if that company folds, all you get is a canceled order.
Yeah, exactly. And your money gets returned to you.
Yeah.
Everyone feared that those Battletoad figures would never come out because the former partners of those guys were known scammers.
Oh God, Megapolis,
Yeah. And what happened was the guys left Megapolis because they were scammers, but people didn't fully understand that. Even though they said, "Oh no, we left because they were."
Oh yeah, Preem DNA. That's because I know those. I know for them, I know
them fully because when
I know they take forever.
Puts on their newsletter.
Yeah, because I know they take forever. Cause I know people who bought their Banjo and Kazooie figure. They had to wait I think 2 years. A lot of them said for that figure.
2 years feels pretty standard for small toy companies now.
But I think it's more of that.
Ooh, what Cow said. It's better to go to your local state's attorney general than the BBB, the Better Business.
I think it was personally because I had to do that with Comcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think with small toy companies, I'd say wait and see how the reaction is, and then like Wheel said, Sound said, go to Big Bad Toy Store, because at least if get canceled, you get your money back right away.
Yeah, I haven't had any issue Big Bad doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go to those reliable retailers like Big Bad Toy Store. Are good.
Some people be complaining about it, but I'm like, I never had those issues. But yeah.
One thing that I want to point out too, lately there are a bunch of YouTubers that believe that everyone's going to start forcing you to pay full down deposits or put more deposits down. And I'm like, no. It's because you collect a certain thing at Big Bad, they have to put deposits down on those items. Because I have this issue with American fans that only collect Godzilla stuff by importation. Like they only get it from the people who distribute them here. So, like, when I'm explaining the P Bandai issue with them, I'm like, well, they make these P Bandai's retail releases. By proxy, to recoup their losses, they make you put a deposit down now at Big Bad because they're like, well, these figures cost like $200. Like that thing goes over a lot of these people's heads.
It's why some official figure US releases are a bit more expensive because they need to make the money back. That's why, because I think Kaiju number 8 is only should be $30 if you do the conversion rate from yen, but it's $50 here because they need to make the money back from importing it. From what I understand, right?
Because and Bandai's doing all the distribution, heavy lifting of crate shipping, and storage, and warehousing. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go to some entertainment news. Godzilla -1 is now available worldwide on Netflix, which means it finally released in Southeast Asia, and Toho stopped being weird about it. For some reason, Toho would not explain why Godzilla -1 was not released theatrically in Southeast Asia, despite the obvious demand for it, and would not answer any questions about it. And then Godzilla -1 was just put up on Netflix with no prior announcement either. It just was like, oh, here it is.
And it's already number 1 on Netflix.
Yeah.
I was able to show my friend finally this film. He cried and he loved it, so it's great to see.
Mm-hmm.
Also, because it's weird enough, there's a new English dub for the film. I actually did check it out. It's actually pretty good. It's like the Ultraman dubs, where it's like realistic dub. Like it sounds natural instead of anime dubbing, like Shin Godzilla.
Oh, that's good.
I feel like I should check that out.
I think it was a Netflix.
Don't watch the part where he does the infamous scream.
It did sound a bit weird dub, but like so I think the dub quality is pretty good. I think it was produced by Netflix, so that's why it was a Netflix debut. Though this is available digitally if you don't have a Netflix account and want to have it. No word on physical so far still.
Yeah. Santo Celine, it was the Gal Gaigar dub. That's why on the Discotek release it just stops. Is because Media Blasters ran out of money. Oh yeah, that's right. It is available on digital purchase. You can buy it on Vudu and stuff, and both the color and black and white. We haven't heard anything about a physical release yet, but it's got to be coming.
I hope.
Oh yeah, I left the Pee-wee Playhouse stuff out of the news spin dash. I just didn't feel like talking about it.
Have you seen it? Have you seen any Pee-wee stuff?
I've watched Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Well, that's good. At least that's
Never
the mandatory.
I just see Paul Rubens and other things, like when he played the Penguin's father, or when he played the Penguin's father.
Or Batmite.
Or like me in Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
He's like a psychopath.
Or him on Star Tours when he played Captain Rex. I miss old Star Tours.
So I actually had a mild realization or theory as to why maybe.
Did you speak up just a hair and tell us?
Oh, just I think we just.
So I have a feeling why they might have dipped on Southeast Asia. Reason why is even though Godzilla's still popular in Asia, I've been told that like his popularity sort of died down in the more Southeast Asian island areas. So maybe they just didn't want to take the risk.
I still think that's still a poor excuse, honestly.
I think it's a poor excuse. But like I've
it would have been nice if they said that,
Asian
right?
Friends who said they only like Ultraman.
Yeah.
Down there now.
I
think people were less bothered by they're not releasing it here and more bothered by the radio silence and the fact that there was theater chains that were like asking Toho for the movie and then they were told that we just got told no and we weren't given a reason.
Or maybe maybe the main distributor for that area was like, oh, it's going to Netflix and they just couldn't tell anyone because
that was also a theory that there was like a distributor issue in the area.
There has to be like some
involving
kind of
Legendary.
Issue.
That was the rumor.
Yeah, that might be.
It's a very weird situation, but at least now everybody can watch it. So that's the good news. Star Trek Prodigy seems to be coming back July 1st. There is a Netflix coming soon page, and Prodigy popped up as July 1st, saying season 2. That did not clarify. Are we getting all 20 episodes? Are we only getting 10?
Oh, no. You're right.
Please just be 10. I can't handle 20 all at once. It's going to take me like 2 weeks to get through it with my parents. Like, it's going to be spoiler season. We know the season's all completely done, though, but I would like to in 2 batches.
Just to keep the hype alive.
Here's what they're going to do. They're going to follow the Paramount. They're going to follow
do three. Yeah, do 3.
Where you're going to get 3 and 3, and then, like, wait for all hype to die down. Release it in Europe so the hype comes back and everyone's spoiled by the European.
It's already been spoiled. It came out in France a month ago.
Exactly. So we're already there. We're good. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Welcome to Power. I almost said Power Rangers. welcome to Transformers Earthspark, people.
Yeah.
Woo!
Well, and Power Rangers, to be honest.
And Power Rangers. And, yeah, poor Prodigy. But, hey, at least we're getting more episodes. I really... Fingers crossed we only get 10, so I can keep up with stuff, because I cannot watch 20 in a week when I only have, like, 2 hours to watch things with my parents, and there's other shows airing, like Acolyte and stuff, so... and Superman.
Hey, you can bring out your Playmates toys again.
I could, yeah.
They're how much dust are on them?
They're pretty dusty at this point. Speaking of shows that we've been waiting on, Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles seems to be premiering in August, according to a magazine advertisement for a licensing magazine.
Yeah, I saw
because
a video
Paramount sucks at this marketing thing.
Yeah, because I saw a video on my subscription video like going like, "Where's time for the show?" Well, because there's no marketing for the show. That's why there's no hype. That's the problem.
Right? Because the marketing so far has been, what, 30 seconds of a commercial that just says coming soon?
And with other Turtle projects, so you don't, because people probably didn't see those. They just go, just advertising the other Turtle stuff on Paramount Plus. Well, realizing there's new footage in that teaser.
Yep. But hey, at least, and it's weird too that it's exclusively on Paramount Plus and not also airing on Nick. I think that's a poor strategy. Paramount Plus. I think it's very obvious Paramount Plus has no kid audience. Every time there's a kid-focused show exclusive to Paramount Plus, it dies.
They can make up their mind because the new Very Odd Parents show is only on Nick and no Paramount Plus, but this is gonna be on Paramount Plus with no Nick. It's like, make up your mind,
right?
I go to Paramount Plus to feel like a senior citizen. All right?
Yeah, because that's the thing.
Honestly, yeah. Like, what is the main thing on Paramount Plus that's on Star Trek? Yellowstone.
Yeah, no, because you go
NCIS.
If you go to
NCIS, okay, I'll be honest with y'all.
You go to Paramount Plus, it's a very adult streaming site. Yeah, there's Nickelodeon, but the fact that one, they keep taking stuff off it, but also just like it's so small. It's so small compared to everything else.
After I'm done watching NCIS, I turn on something like Maurice Index, Little Bear, and fall asleep to the music.
Yeah, but that's because we're adults and can watch it. Just kids have nothing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm an adult. I'll say it. Little Bear's score is good ASMR. It's my ass.
Knuckles did well, but Knuckles is not a kid show. It's a family show. There's a difference.
Remember, you don't fuckle with Knuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's a reason
Knuckles
why
was a PG rated show. It was aimed for the whole family to watch, and that I think was what helped it.
And then,
and also that Sonic's really popular.
Yeah, that's the reason. You know why? You know why Paramount Plus got so much subscribers during that day? Because of Sonic. That's it. That's because the Sonic movies are popular.
and also because Knuckles was a binge drop of 6 episodes. A lot of people just dropped in for a trial or for 1 month and then watched it and then they left. Yeah. The Kids Aim shows are too long, and I like Earthspark, and I'm excited for this initial show. The crossover appeal is not there as much for Earthspark compared to Knuckles, because it's just how it is, and that's fine. It's just
Earthspark is just kind of mid, you know. It's just
Earthspark. I think for kids, Earthspark is probably like the perfect show. It's just how are kids gonna watch it when it only airs on Paramount frickin' Plus? And it airs on Nickelodeon at 1:00 in the afternoons on Mondays.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just
Paramount bundles. Paramount is so good at fumbling the ball that like they're getting merged with Skydance now. So like it's.
There's a reason why. There's a reason why a lot of shows just go to Netflix or stuff like that.
I hope the show does well, but I think it being exclusively on Paramount Plus is a stupid decision. Dumb. Put it where kids will actually watch it, as in Nickelodeon and then Netflix
and YouTube.
Yeah, just upload that stuff to YouTube. You actually make money on the ads on YouTube versus Paramount Plus,
and then they can get Skibbity Toilet afterwards. I don't know.
What even is that? I keep hearing that term, and I don't even know.
I don't know.
Look, I
don't hang on TikTok.
Look, I can explain it, but we'll be here all day trying to.
Okay, moving on. Look at this cute ass kaiju
Ryan's
instead.
generation's fault. Blame him.
Okay. Hey, no, I'm not part. Hey, look, I'm not part. Hey, look, I'm not part of this generation. I just see it as an onlooker.
You're young enough, Mister. You're young.
It's like how I don't understand my like sub-generation because I fall into the older camp of it. All right, Emmy.
Baby
Kaiju from Ultraman Rising.
Coming this week on Netflix.
Coming next week on Netflix. This is the animation model. Director Shannon Tyndall shared this information where he said they designed Emmy as if there was a baby inside a costume. Like it's so Toku, it's great. Like it may be an animated movie, but they designed Emmy to look like it's a baby wearing a costume, which I think is adorable.
I love that. Have you seen the clip? The first clip.
I have. The very smooth animation on everything was amazing.
My favorite thing is how this Ultraman is a klepto.
Yep.
And speaking of which, if you live in certain areas, you can go see Ultraman Rising in theaters. For the U.S., that is New York, Quad Cinema, Landmark Westwood Bay Theater, Lamel Glendale in Los Angeles, Landmark at the Glen in Chicago, Landmark Ritz 5 Philadelphia, Landmark Inwood, they're all Landmark theaters, in Dallas, Midtown in Atlanta, Kendall Square in Boston, Atlantic Plumbing in Washington, D.C., Landmark Opera Plaza in San Francisco, Crest in Seattle, Washington, and Merrick Park in Miami. If you're in Canada, the TIFF Bell Lightbox in Toronto, Cineplex Forum in Montreal, and Cineplex International Village in Vancouver. And if you're in the United Kingdom, the Picture House Central in West End, London, and in Central London, the Curzon, Victoria, Aldgate, and Camden theaters. So, and if you're in Midlands, England, you got Curzon, Oxford. Northern England has Sheffield and Knutsford. So,
Wait,
there you go.
Hell thought Curzon should have a theater.
I know. Like, Curzon Dax was such an icon. They were like, let's give Curzon theaters,
Exactly. Right? Why the hell does Dax have its... Like, come on. Dax not cool, bro. You're supposed to tell us about this stuff, old man.
Right. Anyways.
You've been here the entire time?
Yeah. Curzon Dax, I've been here the whole time.
Been hiding out on Earth the entire freaking time? What the hell?
Let's see. Omen just said, wait, Washington State? Yeah, it's Seattle, Washington, Landmark Crest Theater. So, this will be on June 14th, the day it premieres on Netflix. So
it's weird. My brain couldn't remember if it was Curzon Dax or Curzon a Klingon. My brain for a second, like my brain just heard Curzon.
Oh right, because Curzon Dax worked with the Klingons and was an honorary. He was an honorary Klingon.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah. That's the problem. My brain was like,
wait,
Curzon
guys,
also sounds like
guys, guys, no, what, guys? We forgot to ask Kaus. So, Kaus, what do you think of this Star Trek news that you told have not seen?
Kaus, who is totally self-claimed not a Star Trek fan, what do you think of the Star Trek news?
Well, I feel like I'm put on the spot now. I like zoned out too. You're like, hey,
the truth is, like, Kaus is a Star Trek fan. He just says he isn't. Yeah, it's true. It's true. He is you can't deny he's a Star Trek fan because I don't know. We were talking about Curzon Dax. You may know who that is. I think he knows. You know Jadzia Dax, right?
Do I?
I don't know.
I don't think he. I don't.
I think Kaus is more of a TNG guy.
Kaus is a TNG. He's not a 9 guy.
Well,
DS9.
You know.
I've never seen him.
I think we know how to fully unlock Kaus's Star Trek fanhood. We need to kickstart a Star Trek fighting game.
Yes.
Oh, dude, that's exactly.
But the thing is, it would just be.
That's
Dax.
how I got into Persona.
It would just be Dax, Worf, Kirk.
Yeah, Kirk would just be doing this the whole time.
Oh man, make
just
Worf
a two-handed punch.
Who's the show?
Give Worf a spinning pile driver.
Yes,
I'm in.
Worf's spinning pile driver. We got to have Dax in there because she's got all that stuff.
Who's the Shoto? Yeah, who's the Shoto?
Mariner. Beckett Mariner from Lower Decks. She has used every fight style in that show.
There you go.
Michael Burnham has been doing like crazy stunts all of Discovery season 5. Like she's just gonna come in and just like drop kick somebody.
Are they the Rushdown character?
Yes. Burnham, she's the Rushdown character. Absolutely, 100%. Like she was rushing people all season 5 of Discovery.
Mr. Tanuki O'Brien.
Mr.
Tanuki O'Brien will play like Phoenix Wright in NBC Tree.
Yes. And Garrick will be like Rolento, just throwing bombs at people all the time. Garrick all rage. By the way, side note. Cisco, yes.
He'll be in there, and he'll be doing like old timey boxing.
Yes, he'll be the Dudley.
He'll be the Dudley.
And you got like a special cinematic finish if you you actually like fight frickin'
Q.
like you'll be like, Picard never hit me. Picard, I'm not Picard.
Yeah. It'd be like one of those cut-ins, like in Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm.
Yeah, Khan should just be a grappler, just because.
Yes. That'd be great.
Just want Q in there and have the mariachi band be like one of his taunts.
Q's the final boss, like Master Hand.
Q's like the joke, like the joke character, like that, like this, like gag stuff.
I did want to say, Discovery ended last week, and I have to give them a lot of credit because Discovery as a show is kind of wildly uneven in a lot of ways, but they nailed their finale. It had a really great finale, and I think it was probably one of the best. I think it was probably the best Star Trek finale I think since DS9. I think it was way better than Enterprise's finale. It was way better than Picard's finale. Like it was, I was like, damn, he actually made a really good finale for that show. It was really cool. Anyways, Star Trek fighting game. We need to make that happen. Does anybody know any programmers, developers, so we can work on it, finish it, and then CBS like shoots us from across the street with a sniper?
We just need to make it so Kaz can play it and admit he's a Star Trek fan.
It'll unlock all those memories on stream before we get copyright claimed by Paramount. All right. Speaking of streaming, Shout Factory, which had announced recently they got the rights to Speed Racer and Mach Go Go Go, are now streaming them on their platforms, Shout TV, and everywhere you can find them, like Tubi. So you can now watch.
That was a huge announcement over the weekend.
You can now watch Japanese Speed Racer for free online streaming, which is a thing that Funimation never would let you do. They made you buy a stupid, creepy head to get the Japanese one.
Hey, look, we respect the stupid heads.
Yeah, I know. I just wish they would have released the Japanese version separately, which they never did. But yeah, now you can go watch Mach Go 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 with all its horrific violence, and then you can watch Speed Racer if that's too much.
Oh yes.
I want the violence.
So many decapitations. So many.
I need the violence and the horrible English one-liners.
It's one of the things where the live action movie is a lot more accurate. I think people realize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. It really was. I already knew it was a violent show, so like when they had a lot of that level of violence in there, I'm like, yeah. And then when they had like the crazy over the top lines, I'm like, yeah, duh.
The clip.
I feel Speed when I see Speed Racer.
The clip of Speed with the machine gun will always live rent free in my head.
The only thing they were missing was him with a lever action shotgun or rifle. That's the only thing that movie was missing. Because my God, he's just the rifleman.
Yep,
Connors, the rifleman.
Speaking of streaming, Tokusatsu has 24-hour streaming of Tokusatsu shows, at least in the U.S. For Rider and Sentai. They have streams on their YouTube channel now.
And they have Alf in Japan.
And they have Alf in Japan.
Alf is the best Tokusatsu out there.
And they have the Aquabats if you're in the UK.
Yep.
That's all you get in the UK. But they managed to do 24-hour streaming of Toku shows without Toei killing their streams instantly. So good job.
Toho, and Toei. Yes, we will finally allow this.
Right.
No, they got some people are calling them out for some. They're obviously stealing some people fan work because it obviously just like Google.
They took some fan English logos. They went and changed them though.
Thankfully.
Them. Oh yeah, they have a Digimon Adventure Tri-Stream. I saw them. I recommended. They're just streaming everything on YouTube now. They're like, you can't stop us. But yeah, Speed Racer and Mach Go 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 now streaming. All right, Venom: The Last Dance trailer. I didn't make this a huge segment, but
Peak Cinema's back. Peak Cinema's back, boys.
I love me a Venom movie. I think
Peak Cinema, Jerry.
I think what's best summed up with this trailer is if you watch it at the end, Venom possesses a horse, and I'm like, yep, that's what I'm here for. Let's do it. Or when he's dancing with Mrs. Chen, I'm like, that's what we're here for.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I saw that scene where he says, "Yo, take over that horse and possess it." And he was like, yo, just try not to kill it. And he's like, all right, we'll try. And I sat there and said, that's me and Kaus to a T. Because I'll say to Kaus, go steal a horse.
You're going to say, who? Yeah, is the Kaus a symbiote?
100%.
Yep.
100%. Because don't forget, Kaus.
Yeah, I know.
Watching Let There Be Venom, or Let There Be Carnage with me. We were watching it. And there's the part where they get the chickens. And he's like, I got you the chickens to eat. But they're now our friends. They're our pets. I said, that is me. Why is this me? I'm in this and I feel attacked right now.
Mr. Tanuki says, is Mrs. Chen the real protagonist of the Sony MCU? 4 appearances is pretty strong. Yeah, she actually appears more than anybody else.
You see, Madam Web would have been a lot better if Mrs. Chen made a cameo in that film.
Oh, even better if Mrs. Chen was Madam Web.
Madam Web, honestly, she fits better than Dakota
God,
Johnson.
she actually would.
Mhm,
She
right?
would make more sense.
It would have been great.
She's more likable than Dakota Johnson in that film.
Exactly.
I was like, yeah,
I'm pretty sure Stan Lee's wife was just like rotating like a tire in her casket.
I do love Kai. I love Kai. Yeah, trailer for Venom at Pride Month's great.
Yeah, no, they knew what they were doing. I mean, like after Venom's like from the second movie when Venom goes to the gay club and he's like, I feel seen.
I'm out of the Eddie closet.
Yeah.
Oh, that was one of the best. That was one of the best unintentional ones because like Eddie's like, I don't think you know what that means. I am literally out of your closet. You've had me in there for days, and everyone's just like, yeah, man, and like not realize like Venom has no idea what's going on.
Oh, also the tagline is "Till death do we part." They have played it up 100%, and I love it.
And people wonder why the Venom movies do well and why they're so much lower compared to other Sony movies because they're just silly movies.
They're so silly. Morbius is trying to be the next MCU movie. Madam Web is trying to be the most important thing that ever exists. Venom's just over here possessing horses and going to clubs. Like,
I just love how like this goof this. You know, every time I see Venom in these movies, I just get flashbacks to PS1 Spider-Man Venom so much, and I love.
God, the part where he jumps out the window for Carnage. We need to get him.
Oh, we're gonna surf the web. I love it. I love when Venom's just a silly. I just love when Venom's a silly dude.
It's so great, and it's I'm. What about Craven Muteki? Anyway, I'm excited to see this. I can't wait to see it. There are some really annoying like casting decisions in this movie that I just don't care about talking about. Like I don't know why Baron Mordo and the Lizard are here playing different people. I don't care. I want to see Eddie and Venom.
Or somehow the villains got into the MCU and stole the symbiote from the end of No Way Home.
I don't know what's going on with that No Way Home bar scene thing. That could never be in the movie. Remember the Spider-Man PS4 Raimi suit poster with murderer written on it from the Morbius trailer? That wasn't in the movie either. I'm not going to think about this stuff yet. I will come to these bridges when we cross them when the movie is actually out. I don't trust Sony trailers at all. I mean, we got all hyped up for he was with my mom researching spiders in the Amazon before she died, and it wasn't even in the movie.
That's how they keep dubbing over Ezekiel in that movie.
Exactly. So my point is, we're going to just enjoy this. I'm not going to worry about the continuity or the universe connections till after the movie is out, and then I'll give a detailed analysis about how it all fits. This just looks fun. I want to see a fun movie, and I think this is great.
When's our Marvel Legend horse? Venom horse?
I don't know, but if it took us how many years to get Carnage? 3?
3
years for the horse.
They still haven't like they reissued Venom, and he like sold out immediately, and I'm just like, so you're gonna reissue?
They should have just updated him with the pin. They should have updated him with inset pins.
I wonder if they will. And he comes with the horse.
Doing it, right?
Also, because I didn't.
Oh, bro, that'd be wild. That'd be wild. Also, they got to give me like I really need a Tom Hardy just confused in days from like 1 or 2. I just need a version of like the most Eddie give me every Eddie. I'll take him in the Hawaiian vacation outfit. I will take him in as being the loser in the first film. I'll take him being as also the loser in the second film.
Perfect post-con set. Marvel Legends, Tom Hardy, Eddie Brock in the lobster tank from movie 1.
I want the tank, yes. That way we can mourn Red Lobster by putting it in our action figure displays.
Yeah.
Kyle said the designer of Marvel Legends teased they should do a new movie Venom with no pins. Yeah, Dan Yoon said, hey, maybe we need to make another Venom, and so he might be
I always imagine the reason why the Venom movies figures are so late because Sony some weird Sony licensing stuff.
It's got to be something. Yeah, Master Ben says, so Toxin is in this. Yeah, the guy that had the Toxin thing from last movie's in it still, so. But I will say, no Michelle Williams is a bit sad. I do miss Michelle Williams, but...
She's moving on with her life.
She is. Both the character and the actress.
Unfortunately, they couldn't make it work like Stan wanted them to.
I know. But I will say that we have Mrs. Chen, so we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All is right in the world.
The only real
Always right in
constant.
the world. That's all. That's the deep analysis on Venom. It looks fun, and I want to watch it. I think everybody's
Yeah, no, bro.
right, Cass. Sometimes that's all
Yeah.
you need something to be, right?
That's why I'm looking forward to this.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get into some toy news. It's brief. The toy news is light. We have some light toy news this week. Let's start in the realm of DC, because why not? McFarlane Toys put out this poster for their upcoming wave of Batman Forever figures, which I don't know why I said it like that. Like I was a 90s TV
Nicole?
commercial.
Where's the man? Nicole Kidman looks different than I remember. I don't remember her being a giant bat.
Nicole Kidman as Anna morphed into a giant bat. It was funny because I looked at this poster. I looked at this image and I was like, oh, someone reposted the poster. I had to double take. And I was like, oh, those are the toys.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess it's just how good the toys are.
yeah. Common Jojo, I won't play the trailer because of copyright. Correct. I tried doing a breakdown of a trailer for
and Warner Brothers, and then Warner
Blue
Brothers
Beetle,
attacked.
and Warner Brothers got on my ass.
I'm gonna have to get the Robin and the Nightwing. Did they make Nightwing or no?
For Batman and Robin.
Yeah. They made
Yes.
Robin for Batman and Robin. That's very
Cool,
Nightwing
cool.
looking.
Now all right, I gotta go get Nightwing and I gotta get Robin, and then I just gotta be like, cool. I got my NCIS LA.
Nice. I'm getting all 4 of these because these just look fantastic, and I love these movies. Infinite 1985 says, if you had a symbiote, what would you do? I would get Flash Thompson's purified Space Venom symbiote because that's the coolest one ever. I like it. Anyways, these go up for pre-order June 7th. So, yeah, June 7th. On June 5th, the next wave of the new Batman Adventures is coming out, which are more reissues, which is cool for people that don't have them. And for me, I can just skip them because I already have them. I heard Kelsey's voice perch up. Did he?
Yeah, am I low?
Yeah, you're a little low, and I think...
I don't know why.
Yeah, it was the mute thing, I think.
Well, that and, like, Discord keeps kicking me out and putting me back in. No, I like how they did the Bruce Timm style. I didn't know these are reissues.
Yeah, these are reissues of DC Direct molds, which these are actually... These are about 6.5 inches tall, and they are better quality than the DC Direct ones, which were very weird.
Yeah, they won't snap in half.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, what's nice is there's no build a figure. What's nice compared to anime is there's no build a figure. So if you already got these already, you don't feel like you had to rebuy them if you want the specific build a figure. No, these are just pure releases for people to miss them out.
Yeah, that was my problem with the BTAS line is that I want the build a figures, but I don't want the figures because I already have the figures. Yeah.
As someone who prefers the new Batman Adventures over BTAS, I know blasphemy.
No, I agree.
You go to the corner.
I agree, though. I think if I'm picking one, I'm picking new Batman Adventures.
I might get these because I love new Batman Adventures, so I might get these.
I just wasn't a fan of like a lot of the redesigns.
That's fair.
It depends on what it is. I like Bane's better. I like Catwoman's better. I don't like Joker's better. I don't like
Riddler's the worst.
But I love I love the new Batman Adventure Scarecrow more than the original. So
look, 80's better than Talk.
Batman is to go alongside like Superman because of all the other.
Yeah,
I think there are listings for maybe them bringing back the Superman stuff. I know
there's listings for that, and they're reissuing the
Batman Beyond B-Pack.
They're also apparently doing. There was a 5-pack that DC Direct did that was
Supergirl,
Batgirl, Harley,
Livewire,
Ivy, and Livewire. And apparently the McFarlane re-release is just going to be Ivy, Livewire, and Supergirl, which would be great because I had to rebuy Batgirl and Harley when that pack came out. So
that's nice, honestly.
Yeah.
There's also like reports of them doing Batmobile Beyond.
Oh
Batmobiles?
yeah, the McFarlane digital site confirmed through their digital Batman Beyond Batmobile that they'll be doing a physical Batman Beyond Batmobile in the fall.
Is that for multiverse or this line?
Not sure, but I'm not sure.
I'm hoping it's for this line personally because
already have the Batman.
Well, more of I feel like it that was like you're already doing the other vehicles, like the Joker vehicle and all that. So I
Yeah.
feel like this makes more sense than because they had because it's been years since they released the Batman Beyond, so it kind of makes me weird if they
when they re-release it, he better have removable wings, or else he's not going to sit in that.
yeah, that too. Yeah, that's the big thing also.
Yeah. Well, anyways, moving on. This was revealed last week, literally while I was working on the Doctor Doom video. Very convenient. It is a Cabal 3-pack of Taskmaster. Oh, we aren't on McFarlane anymore, on Marvel. Taskmaster, Iron Patriot, and Doctor Doom. These are 3 villains that were part of the team, the Cabal, which was essentially the opposite day Illuminati.
Legion of Doom, but for Marvel.
Yep.
You said the opposite?
Yes. So they're like the anti-Illuminati. So instead of having Reed
I heard
Richards,
opposite
you have
day. I was like, opposite day.
opposite day Illuminati. Instead of Reed Richards, you get Doctor Doom. Instead of Professor X, you get Emma Frost, and that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm really glad for this 3-pack because my only Doom is White Emperor God Doom, which is cool, but I really needed to show Green Doom. So
And this
I'm
one's really nice with the cloth cape and the extra Doombot head.
McFarlane, and I asked you for the shorter skirt so I can actually move those legs. McFarlane did spoil me with those wire capes, though. I'll say that.
I will say, cloth capes are becoming an industry standard, it seems, which is good.
I'm glad, because, I don't like plastic capes.
The Taskmaster looks
Meanwhile,
fantastic.
Taskmaster has a plastic one. It's two-toned. But, Taskmaster looks fantastic.
I'm really glad they went with the Skeletor-looking eyes with the black instead of the googly eyes. I've never been into that design of Taskmaster.
So he's on the Vulcan body. He has the larger Captain America shield mold. He's got a bow and arrow, gun, and sword.
He stole Zemo's sword.
He has a gun?
He has a gun, yes.
No, I would say, because I did got the Hawkeye Sky Cycle last week, I really hate that bow mold because the string cannot torque at all. You want to do some bow and arrow poses.
It's
also,
really
I think,
annoying.
Also, they comes with a trigger finger because that's also not
Biz Lord of the Rings, man. Toy Biz
yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Another, I mean, also thank God he has a trigger finger. Also, because I kind of hate the Hawkeye didn't have that, so I had to mod mine. I had to cut between his fingers to actually get the a split in his fingers to actually have him hold the arrow properly.
Yeah, I didn't get the last classic Taskmaster, so I'm all over that. And then the third figure is now the Iron Patriot. Technically, Norman wasn't Iron Patriot when the Cabal was running around. That was post-Dark Avengers, as far as if I know my history right, because I have not read those comics. I admit, 2000's Avengers I did not read. But Norman Osborn, I believe, wasn't Iron Patriot on the Cabal, but you're not going to do business to Norman Osborn when you haven't done a modern Iron Patriot.
He's actually pretty heavily remolded. I thought he was just a simple repaint of Extremis, but no, I think his legs are new, his shoulders are new, his chest is new. I think the only thing shared is his forearms and midsection. I think that's it, which is actually impressive, honestly.
And what's cool too is Hasbro sent Robo Don't Know a copy of this pack to review, and then he sent it back because it wasn't not a final.
It was a review. It was a review copy, pretty much.
Yeah, it was a review. It wasn't a final production sample, so it has barcodes and information they can't have leaking out. But he got to review them, so there's a nice review out there if you guys are looking for more details.
Same with Dr. who did the Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah,
early review for that one.
And $75 comes out later this year. Amazon.
There was a oopsie when it first got. It
accidentally went up for 100.
Because I think it was originally was gonna be a 4-pack with Loki, but they changed it to be a 3-pack. So thankfully they 6 it now. So if you order it, if you like me who order it right away, it's now 6. So you will get it will only pull 75 instead of the 100. Thankfully.
And I'm also glad it's not a 4-pack with Loki because we've gotten 2 versions of female Loki at this point, and we just got one recently. They didn't need to do a third release of her.
I'm personally hoping, because I feel like
because on the Cabal, Loki was female, so
yeah. I have a feeling that Loki might be. I feel like the Odin that's the last one to be revealed might be a 2-pack because we've been getting. I know there's a pattern with the 85 years line because we got
We
two
have too many
regular.
singles for Odin to be a single, basically, right?
Well, more. There's two retail singles with Spider Superior and Logan. Two exclusives with Venom and Carol, because I think confirmed Venom is part of this line.
Yeah.
Then we have two deluxes with Iron Hulkbuster and Scar. Then
one vehicle set with
one
Ghost
vehicle
Rider.
set with Ghost Rider. But then we have
one 2-pack with Iron Fist.
and one
yeah.
3-pack.
Yeah.
So I can feel like there might be one more 2-pack that go alongside the Iron Fist and Luke Cage would be Odin and Loki. And if that's the case, I really hope it's a modern Loki, because that's really Loki we haven't got yet. Is a modern comic Loki yet?
I would like my Marvel Select modern Loki to not be the only figure of modern Loki.
Yeah. I'll say, God, this 85 years line is dangerous, because every figure's like really good. And I've been almost been buying them all. And
I pre-ordered everything except for the Hulkbuster, because I
pre-ordered that.
I don't need the Hulkbuster as much as I need the others.
I haven't pre-ordered the Iron Fist and Luke Cage pack, which thankfully hasn't gone sold out yet, so I could easily just snag that up. But still, man, it's gonna be expensive.
Yep.
That's what happens when you make good figures.
Right? Like, people want to buy good figures. Who knew? Let's talk Transformers, because we had an interesting piece of news. For those that may remember last week, we heard the news that Takara's Earthspark Prowl was canceled.
There was a big hoofla last week.
And then that led to people thinking the entire line was canceled, and then now we got 4 new figures revealed.
Yeah, it was a mistranslation from what I said. What happened?
It was a mistranslation. I have a theory that Prowl's not in Season 2 of Earthspark. He was planned to be, but he's not. And that's why Hasbro half-assed their repaint, and Takara was like, well, we're not going to bother releasing him. Like, I have some weird feeling he didn't make the cut for Season 2.
It is curious because Prime did make CG renders of the toy only characters.
Yeah.
But I won't be surprised if the Prowl render we saw might be made as a render.
Or
I wonder
it was like,
then.
oh, let's put Prowl in it, but as they wrote the season, they realized, oh, we really don't have a place for him here.
We'll just have to wait and see, kind of thing, I imagine.
All right, but in good news, Jawbreaker's getting a deluxe figure. This is revealed first through Takara, so we're seeing him with all the paint that a Takara release will have.
So say goodbye to at least the Hasbro one.
Yeah, but it's nice that he's getting a better figure than his Warrior class figure, which, I mean, it's nice because it's Jawbreaker, but it's kind of terrible. So it's nice to see he's got a very much nicer looking Dino mode, which is great. And he is listed at he is the deluxe, so that'll hopefully mean he's a better figure overall. He looks good. Hashtag is the Warrior class mold. Here she is from the Hasbro release.
Oh, honestly, for a Warrior class figure, she actually looks really nice, honestly.
Mm-hmm. The Takara one has given her guns, so they felt like she needed to be able to say, anyways, I started blasting.
I think she's also a more accurate purple. Also?
Yeah, I think she is, because if you look at the color, it doesn't look as right. Like, I think it's
more
accurate.
It's a more darker purple than a bright purple.
And the Takara one has also retooled, so it does not have the connector peg for the combining gimmick that the.
Okay, that line's not coming out in the Takara's line then.
Yeah, and they're putting the Warrior class figures in the deluxe line. So.
I do wish they painted the eyes on her visor still, instead of just having a blank visor.
Yeah. Hey, ARG and Marco. Then Alita 1, who was an earlier Earthspark. I thought Takara was just not going to release her. And that is Alita 1, and she's got 2 weapons. The Hasbro
they remolded.
Yeah, they remolded because the Hasbro one had a hand that flipped from a pistol to a rifle.
So now she just has 2 normal hands.
Yeah,
with separate gun.
She's just has normal guns, and that's pretty good. And then lastly, we have Aftermath, who's a new character for Season 2.
We finally got another tow truck transformer.
Yeah, someone digi-bashed him as tow line, and I'm like, oh, I want that repaint to happen. So
it won't.
It won't, but I'd like it. But yeah, that's our Transformers news. There wasn't really anything else, but I thought it was interesting. We went through the whole gambit of, it's canceled, it's back, oh, it's here, okay. Let's blow through the other toy news, because there's not a whole lot of toy news left. You guys ready for rapid fire toy news catch up?
Lightning round.
Lightning round, let's go. And guys, I said lightning, but I don't mean lightning collection. Line's still
that line's dead.
It may come back one day, but It's dead. Okay. Hellfire's just Takara really said Warrior and Deluxe have no difference. They have very few differences. It's mostly just price. All right. In Bandai news, Kamen Rider Gotchard's final form, Rainbow Gotchard, premiered this weekend. Amazing they did that during Pride Month. I don't know if that was probably not intentional. It's just fun.
Japan, it was not. We know it's not.
Yeah, yeah, we know it's not intentional. So this is Kemi Nijigon.
As one of the.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, as one of their idols once said, "I can't be out of the closet. Japan doesn't accept my gayness."
Yeah. So Kemi Nijigon is a little dude, little buddy, and he plugs onto the Gotchard driver and comes with 2 cards, and the 2 cards will activate Rainbow Gotchard in your Gotchard driver. So the device works like the other add-ons, where it uses the IR sensor to send signals back and forth so that the device knows what cards have been read, and the Gotchard driver knows that it's sending signals to a device.
I was having House. The Discord just kicked me out for some reason.
Oh, it did it to you now?
It's affected. It's Kaus's effect.
Oh, jeez.
It happens to me on Kaus's streams. I get randomly dropped.
It's a 0 play.
It happened to me 3 times already this whole stream.
Mm-hmm. So anyways, Kemi Nijigon, he's cute. He's coming out in like a week in Japan. Next up, Bandai's Digimon Liberator manga is going strong. You can, it's nice that you can read it on Webtoon. You should read it.
I started reading it, and then I was like, oh, now that I know it's on Webtoon, I was trying to read it on the website, and it didn't want to load right.
Yeah, I had the same issue,
I'll just go to Webtoon.
Just go read it on Webtoon. It's free there, which is great. And
I post there anyway, so I go read something besides my own stuff.
So, the Digivice is effectively a card box called the D-Storage, so you can buy the card box called the D-Storage, and it comes with 6 promo cards of the characters, and that's all it does. There's no, like, electronic features. It's just a big old case for cards, but it's a Digivice, so I'm going to buy it. It's currently only set for Japan at the moment, coming out in November. I imagine it's coming to the U.S. site because it comes with 6 cards, and they're promoting.
I do love that design. I think it was so smart to make the Digivice the card box holder.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. And the best part, and you can see it in this photo here, it holds 55 sleeved cards.
Yay!
So many companies miss sizing them for sleeves, but
essentially, like, because it's sadly also a half toy. Also, yeah. I remember back in the day with a lot of those like the toy / card game series when they make those accessories to hold your cards, they never supported sleeves. So I'm really glad that this one is.
So, anyways, hopefully it goes up on P Bandai US and we get to get it. But cool.
You play the card game.
I do on occasion.
But I used to play it, but it got too expensive to keep buying.
Yeah, I wish we could get a digital version of the game like they have in the manga.
Guys, Digimon's still more affordable than Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, it is.
Well, yeah, by a long shot. Oh,
it's just more card game. I can't collect cards.
What I am gonna do is I'm gonna buy one of these, and I'm probably gonna buy the starter decks for the 2 main characters, just like to go with it. So.
And then you can go draw monster. Oh wait. Wait, wrong franchise.
Monster Cardo. All right. Have you guys gotten enough Geats figure arts? Because Bandai thinks you haven't. They're doing the Fever forms for Beat with Nago, Ninja with Tycoon, and Monster for Punk Jack.
Why can't they make these add-ons?
I don't know why they don't just do the legs, because that's all we need is the legs and the Fever part. I don't know why they have to be full figures.
This is the classic old milking of the cow.
Yeah.
Better news,
I like this a lot, but like, man,
the boost one made sense releasing the boost one.
Yeah, because it was Boost and Magnum reversed, right? It was Boost Magnum, and then the Buffa. It's like, why are you giving us an extra Buffa torso? Like, there's no point. Just release the legs. Just make a leg set.
Leg set with his other heads.
It's just obvious milking of popularity. That's what it is.
Yep. Or maybe or maybe it's the fact that the old part sets don't sell that good.
Persona 5 Geats.
They'll know
the other personas don't exist.
Speaking of,
unless they want to keep holding us out on 9.
Mm-hmm. They're holding us out. They always hold out the final forms on us. We're still waiting on Rampage Vulcan. Okay. Speaking of SH Figure Arts Ace got announced. Not that Ace. Not that Ace. There we go. Portugas D Ace has been announced. The guys in my voice chat will see it on stream in a minute, and they'll laugh. There was some weird thing where Bandai was like, "Oh, there was a design competition internally to design a figure art of Portugas the Ace from One Piece, and this is the final result. We have not decided if this will be a final product." And I was like, "Are you kidding me? It looks amazing." And then less than 12 hours later, they're like, "Oh, it's up on P Bandai now. It comes out in January." And I was like, "What was all that pretense for?"
This honestly is the best looking One Piece figure art, because I know from what I've seen reviews, the One Piece figure arts are pretty mixed, but this looks like the best one.
Yeah. So he is P Bandai in Japan. However, the Tamashii site does have a US button, but it does not lead to P Bandai US. This same thing happened to Pain, Tendo Pain from Naruto, and he ended up going up on Big Bad Entertainment Earth as a standard release. So I think he's going to be a retail release in the US, but a P Bandai release in Japan. So,
I like how
The
so
only character
far.
in One Piece that isn't a woman that people care about.
right? I know, this is like, I think Ace is on the top of people's lists. At
I-
least was for
I
me.
mean, he's shirtless also, so let's be fair.
Yeah, I know. He's wearing
Johnny
technically
Bravo
less
once said
clothes
it.
than Nami.
I'm not looking at it for the dude. I'm looking at it because I'm trying to get as fit as that dude.
He just looks fantastic. I mean, he comes with his coat from Alabasta when he's like trying not to get sunburned, but he burns it up like immediately because the dumbass doesn't take his clothes off before using his fire powers.
and that's cloth, isn't it?
It is cloth and wired. He has 5 faces for himself: cocky smile, angry face, intense face, cheesy smile, sleeping, and a cheesy smile face for Luffy.
For
I need a
It's for the
Denver man.
romance Don Luffy. It's
I won't be surprised if both Luffys are compatible with each other.
yeah, that wouldn't surprise me either. Kaus, did you get kicked and had to come back again?
No, I was talking the whole time.
Oh, you were
Oh.
muted?
No,
Oh,
actually,
I didn't hear
I
you. I'm so
I
sorry.
thought y'all were just ignoring.
No,
I think
Alright.
Discord ate. I think Discord ate your words then, Sally.
Oh man,
Like all I heard was like I thought like
for
Cass
real?
was breaking.
Yeah, I heard that
Oh
also.
my
I didn't hear anything. Like it was just like
Come
Cass
on.
was breaking up.
Do you guys love how technology has advanced to the point where it just doesn't work anymore?
Yeah, I know, right? The future, mate. All I can
Anyways,
think of is that clip from Ace Harvey Birdman and Ace Attorney at Law for the Jetsons. We're for the year 2005.
2002.
Yeah,
2002.
2002.
So Ace comes with himself,
My
his
favorite
hat, his bag, 5 faces for himself, 1 face for Luffy, a handful of hands, his robe, 2 extra hair pieces, and fire effects. So
this is really the best One Piece figure art. Because I heard some of the later releases improved the quality control. Because I know there was a lot of problems with the earlier figure, the Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy. So it's either quality or design. Because I heard the Zoro for the figure art's pretty awful from what I've seen. But this looks great.
yeah,
And Sal can talk to us now because he's finally not caught up, but he's like finally in.
I'm
at this
past
part
the point of
manga.
trauma.
Yep.
Also, I will say the Anime Heroes Ace is nice, but like as soon as I saw the figure art, I was
It's-
like,
it's-
"Yeah, you're
yeah,
not
it's
good
the-
enough anymore."
Well, yeah, it's a classical $20 figure, $100 probably dollar
I
figure.
know. I'm like,
scenario.
I'm gonna spend the money to get the better Ace.
Yeah, it's
What was I saying?
Kaus, what were you gonna say about Ace?
I wish he didn't die.
Yeah, same.
I
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I was making a joke when you mentioned $100. I said $599. And then you guys were talking earlier. I forget what was it we talked before Ace.
Geet's figure arts being
Geet's.
melted.
Oh yeah, and I made a joke comparing it to Persona 5, how like no other Persona exists. Let's just milk 5.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. God, it's the same thing. Oh, by the way, guys, if you ever want to know how far figure arts have come, let's look at 2010 SH Figure Arts Ace, who is so cursed.
Oh God.
He is unbelievably cursed to look at.
So the tier list of aces is this one, then the Anime Heroes, and the new figure art.
Yeah, this one.
Look at that Marvel. Look at that Marvel Legends ball shoulders. Oh, like 20 bit Marvel Legends ball
He's so
shoulders.
scrawny
Yes.
too. Like what the?
Yeah, so yeah, Toy Biz Marvel Legend.
Yeah. Anyways, I haven't been buying all of the One Piece figure arts. I don't own a single one yet. Nami is going to be my first one. I got Luffy on order.
Yeah, once you caught up, you had to go back and pick up like Yamato or the
I
main
need to
villain
see
of
if I like
Wano.
Yamato. I like Kid. I want Captain Kid because he's cool and like he's like edgy in a fun way. So I'm like I kind of want to go.
But
get
that's what I mean.
Kid,
You're
but-
not at that part where they appear yet. So, but yeah, once you get to that part, you
Yeah.
go like, oh god, now they go backtrack and get them.
Right.
Scenario.
Like I probably will never buy Kaido's beast form because it's just too big.
Mhm.
But I will probably get Kid because I think Kid's so cool and I like his Radon Onigashima design with like the extra like Hellboy sized hand and stuff. So
That's always a problem when you get to a series late is when you had to go backtrack and get figures of characters you like.
I am
scenario.
glad that most One Piece figure arts aren't out yet. Like Kid's not out till next month, so or this month. I think he's out this month. Anyways, Ace looks fantastic. Hopefully he goes up on Big Bad like tomorrow because I think that's what's going to happen. Speaking of Big Bad,
Hey, and unlike another guy I met that was a known anime voice actor, he hasn't done anything wrong. The guy who voices Ace.
In
Yeah.
Japanese.
Oh lordy.
all right.
Oof.
Anyways, Universal Monsters Toonie Terrors is getting a wave of 4. I love NECA's. I love NECA's.
So are these brand new Big Bad Beetleborgs?
Might as well be.
Hey, I found some.
Yeah. This is Toonie Terrors is NECA's line of cartoon-style horror figures. I love them. We talked about Darkseid last week. We were talking about his stripper boots for like 20 minutes.
Now everyone's like, I can't unsee it now.
I know.
Thanks,
And
Anna.
guess what? He sold. Hey, that Darkseid sold out quick, which means the key to selling Darkseid is stripper boots.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Toonie Terrors, I love the line. I have a ton of them. I don't say a ton of them. I have a bunch of them. I got Vincent Price and Megan and Vampira and Elvira and the American Werewolf set. But now they're just like, here, Mummy, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Dracula. And I'm like, thank you very much. I will take these. Have a nice day.
Stay tuned for Conquest of the Monsters.
Yeah, I know. I'm great. I'm happy. I like my Toonie Terrors.
You should throw us
Mr. Doogie says they price too high for how often they end up at Overstock stores. Yeah, I think the problem too is they go too obscure, and then it's like how many people are going to be like. I think if they were an online only line in a way they'd do better because like they go to Target and you're like looking at an $18 figure of the Reanimator, and you're like 95% of the people looking in the store right now don't know what the Reanimator is. These might sell better because they're known.
You should throw in the apes in this year's monsters as a test.
I might. That'd be fun. This year's Month of Monsters, by the way, I'm just going to announce this. It's probably going to be, let's see,
Shorts.
8 shorts. It'll just be all the shorts in October will be Month of Monsters because it's less,
And then
way less
we do like a
risk.
compilation. We do like a compilation at the end of the month.
I might do like a compilation on Halloween or something like that. That might work. But it's not going to be full. It's not going to be one big video. It's not going to be all monthly videos. But I'm going to make a bunch of shorts, and then we'll just make a compilation. Yeah, anyways. I like these a lot, though, so exciting. Jenica has been announced for the Ninja Turtles IDW line from
Hurrah! Her
Loyal
first Jenica
Subjects.
figure.
She finally has a toy.
How long has it been? So how long has she been using the? At least this turtle.
How long has she been a
form.
turtle?
Yeah.
Since issue 98. They just wrapped up issue 150. So she's been a turtle for 52 months.
Yeah.
And now she finally gets a toy.
Mm-hmm. As someone pick up the Alpex and Racking, they definitely improved the quality. They're still not perfect, but they definitely feel better than the Turtles and Shredder. They don't feel like they're gonna like bleed. I don't feel like when I mess with them, they don't make me bleed. It's
That's
the key
good.
point.
Yeah. SSJ4 Jason said, try not to get cursed by a coven of witches when Month of Monsters comes around. I'll try. I'll try. And then the other figure is also technically Jenica. It's the Foot Assassin, which is what Jenica debuted as when she was human.
So it's a double Jenica release pack.
Yeah. So this wave is just Jenica. I mean, this could be anybody as a Foot Assassin, but like, I don't know.
I mean, because you could kind of army build him. It's kind of weird we don't have a normal foot ninja yet, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, but yeah. So we technically got 2 Jenicas. I wish it came with a Jenica head.
You know, this much flawed this line is. I'm just glad there is an IDW Turtles toy line.
Yep. They are insanely flawed, but I'm glad they exist, at the very least. And that does it for the news. I want to wrap up because I'm tired. There are videos this week, by the way, guys. Those that you have stuck around this long, get video preview time. You're going to see a bunch of reviews go up on the channel because your boy needs a break. I just need a little bit of a creative reset, and I can pump out some reviews to fill the month so that you guys you're starting to get the same video stuff. It's just going to be a little bit easier on the back end. So this week, we're going to be getting a unboxing. Get an unboxing on Wednesday. Friday will be a Blu-ray video. Next Friday will be the Super Complete Selection Animation D3s because I need some time to film all the voice lines and stuff. And there will be a review on some figure arts coming up next week. And I'm planning to review Magmatron as well from the Transformers line. So those are all things I posted in the Discord that I got. So those are videos coming up, and then we will have a fun couple videos at the end of the month, I think. So it'll be a good time. It will be a Blu-ray review. It's going to be an interesting mix, and I think you guys will like it. So
hint Digimon.
Hint Digimon. There's been a lot of Digimon that came through the house in the last 3 days.
Very 02 summer, and that's a good thing.
Oh, Spin Dash, the D3s do not have English instructions, and there are no English instructions posted on the Bandai website, nor posted on the P Bandai page, so...
Sal had to read Moon language to understand how it works.
I had to translate the Japanese PDF, and then figure out what it meant by some words, and I think I've cracked all the sounds in it because I've been playing around and testing, and I think I got everything, so
what
look forward to my video, which is a tutorial that Bandai won't provide.
What you didn't see is Soundout shaving his 5 o'clock shadow after that.
That's true. Look at that. I hadn't shaved today. It's all itchy. Anyways, so that's the videos for the week. Infinite says, have you quit the Sonic review scene? You're waiting on figures. I'm waiting on figures. When I get Mephiles, I will review Mephiles, Heavy King, and Metal Sonic 3.0.
I cannot it's so frustrating. Every time I go to the Target, I see they have the Sonic of that wave of Heavy King and Neo Metal, but never those two.
Yeah, I luckily found Heavy King. Someone found me a Metal Sonic. And I have a Mephiles on back order at Amazon, but they have not filled it.
Same with my Metal 3.0. I'm just convinced that thing is like a loss of shipment.
Let me look them up right now. Mephiles. Amazon didn't have him listed. That's concerning.
Ghost listing.
Oh, here we go. All right. Yeah, it still says not yet shipped. We don't have... I've had that order since March 13th, and it was supposed to be a temporarily out-of-stock order. It's a little more than temporarily out of stock.
Fourth time that happened.
This is us. We should
kick you out again.
Yep.
This episode should be called. This episode should be called "Cows versus
the one word cows got kicked.
Yeah. All right, guys. You guys want to plug some stuff before we head out of here? Because I think we're about ready to wrap up. So
follow me at DarkoC3 on YouTube and Twitter. I do art commission on all these very channel. You want a commission? Feel free to DM me on Twitter or Sound Disco Protocol. Kaus, what do you do tomorrow?
I stream King of Fighters 15 and maybe some Tekken, but definitely King of Fighters 15 with Soundout 4 p.m. Eastern. Twitch.tv/FighterKaus. Soundout probably put the link there. And check out my social media with the same name, FighterKaus. I also do art stuff, but I'm picky. You gotta ask me. You gotta ask me if I want to do it.
Don't ask me for weird stuff.
Like, let's just say I'm working on one now, and this is like the last time I'm doing this.
But if Kaus asks for a game, give it to him. And work with Tekken 8.
Yep. And Wheels, you want to promote?
Yeah, you gotta go check out our awesome website, Hero Club, hero-club.com, where we post most of our content and news and whatnot. But it's kind of slow right now due to the fact that we're planning to upgrading the site. So check out our Patreon so you can support the upgrades as well as our interview guests. Charge an arm and a leg.
Yeah, they do.
At Patreon.
Patreon helps us all out, so that's also.
just say, when you deal directly with the agencies, they charge more than Toku Spirits.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, didn't Dem and Morphicon have a huge fight earlier this morning?
There's some drama we will not be discussing on this live stream because that's not what we do here. Thank you very much. We can discuss it.
It's
when the thing
hilarious,
is done.
though. I'll explain it to you off
Oh,
air.
yeah, we'll fill you in.
Yep. Thank you everybody for coming in, and I appreciate you all being here, and I appreciate everybody viewing. And we will be back next week with another exciting, fun time stream, and it'll be a good time. So, see y'all next week.